Hello! Welcome to High Rollers D&D, the Dungeons & Dragons show here on the Oakscast Twitch. Woo! Woo! Indeed, thank you, Thomas.
All right.
I'm your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Humes. And joining me this week, we have Rhiannon.
Hello.
Chris Trott. Kim.
Hi.
Tom.
Hello.
And Katie.
Hi.
Welcome, dear friends, for some fun Dungeons and Dragons nonsense. There's a lot of things to talk about and announce
So
and chat
many.
about today, so we're going to rattle through these so we can get into the recap and then start playing. Good.
Cool.
First things first, sponsors. We have a special one-off sponsor this week.
We do.
Alongside our two regular sponsors.
Don't tell me it's Brian McClellan.
You know what, Trot? It's your favourite author in the whole world, our good friend that me and Trot have met and hung out with, Brian McClellan.
Weird
So,
flex.
Brian is the author of the award-winning Powder Mage trilogy, and he has a brand new book. It's an urban fantasy book called Uncanny Collateral, which is now available on ebook stores or directly through Brian's website. There is a link in chat or in the YouTube descriptions for this video that goes to our High Rollers only landing page. It's got links to all of the ebook stores, but if you order it directly from Brian's website, you get 10% off the hardcover if you use the code HRDND, or 25% off the ebook using the code HRDNDE. So if you're using the ebook, just add the E on the end, and that's 25% off.
Wow.
Brian's is a good friend of mine. Trot's met him. A load of us read of his books and things like that as well.
Powder Mage
Smith's a
Trilogy's
big fan.
great.
It's really good. Powder Mage Trilogy is
out all of
amazing.
it.
Oh yeah, it's great.
This new book, Uncanny Collateral, is about Alec Fitz, a collection agent who tracks down debtors for supernatural sources like the Lords of Hell, vampires, goblins, etc. When death comes looking for someone to track down a thief, Alec is thrown into a tale of vengeful undead and supernatural politics. But his Jin pal Maggie to help, maybe Alec can get out of this mess and earn a favor from the great Constant himself. I've read a little bit. I'm working my way through the book. It's really awesome world flavor. Are you all right there, Tom?
That's awesome.
Yeah. Tom's surprised that it's actually good.
You were just listing off undead, zombies, and vampires, and all these cool things. I'm like, oh my god.
So yeah, it's got loads of really awesome world flavor. The character writing's awesome. That's one thing which I think Brian does really well, is he does really fun characters. Maggie and Death are particularly great. I really like those guys. Seriously, grab a copy. The ebook is $3 with that discount if you buy it directly from Brian.
Why wouldn't you?
It's honestly,
Good
if everybody watching could just grab the ebook, it would make Brian's day. He's a really lovely guy. He's been a huge supporter of High Rollers.
Yeah.
He watches when he can. You know, he's a good friend of mine and Trot's. Definitely grab a copy if you can. He sponsored this episode. So thank you very much,
we're
Brian.
getting married.
Check it out.
I'm so happy for you all.
Yeah, check it out. You can get, like I said, you can get the hardcover directly from his website. But if not, you can buy it in ebook form or get it off his website with those codes and all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
Then, of course, to mention, we have our returning sponsors, D&D Beyond and Displate. D&D Beyond is the official digital toolset for Dungeons and Dragons with a compendium, character builder, Twitch integration, which you can check out on the High Rollers D&D Twitch channel. We love D&D Beyond. We've been working with them for a very long time. It's super useful. I've been using it to great effect to coordinate our guests for TwitchCon. So those of you who like going on there and getting spoilers, you can go and see, I think one of their characters is on there now.
I looked at my old character sheets the other day.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did it.
Yeah, we literally looked at Reynolds' character sheet, didn't we?
Madness. It was absurd.
Paper?
Yeah.
Writing things
Pencils?
down?
No.
See, yeah, it's super convenient because now we're going to TwitchCon and we're going to be playing on stage and we can just take our iPads and we got them.
Yeah, and they're in fact going to be there with us at the TwitchCon doing some cool integration stuff there as well.
Nice.
We'll talk more about TwitchCon in a bit. But first things first, display.
Display.
Display. Never buy a frame again.
That plate is my plate. Enjoy.
Display is Katie's plate, and Display are awesome metal prints you can hang up with the power of magnets.
What?
The power of magnetism.
No!
They're the Magneto of the print world.
How do they work?
You've got two phrases now. Never
can
buy a frame
magnets
again.
be real?
The Magneto of the print world.
We've got a whole collection. If you check out the link in chat and in the video descriptions, you can see what we've picked out for ourselves.
Yeah.
But if you want to pick up your own disc plates, you can get 15% off using the code HIGHROLLERS15. That's 15% off any order. It doesn't matter whether it's got our prints in it or not. It's 15% off. Check it out. It's really awesome. The prints are beautiful. This one's Katie's, a nice dragoon. You can check that out, as well as many, many more. Thank you very much, Displate, for that sponsorship.
Yeah.
I've still got more things to talk about,
There's
though.
so many things.
So the big one is D&D Live 2019.
Whoa!
It's happening out on the 16th and 19th of May in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
That's America.
Yeah.
So if you're an American fan,
That's America.
So far away.
for the fun, this is actually going to be open to the public, this event, so go and get your tickets now. It's open to the public. They're going to be revealing the brand new storyline and module that's going to be coming out. There's going to be tons of other D&D guests. We're going to be there. We've got Dragon Friends, Dice Camera Action, Girls Guts Glory, as well as loads and loads of special guests coming as well. Keep your eyes peeled on the Wizards D&D Twitter and website. We're going to be doing a live streamed game from their new special set that they're building for it all. There's going to be signings. We're going to do a meet and greet. There's going to be loads of cool stuff happening throughout the weekend. We're super excited to be going.
Very cool.
Very, very,
Very
cool.
fucking
Pretty much
cool.
very
Very
Check
gonna
it
be
out.
hot.
Wizards D&D Twitter and website. You can get all the information there. Next week is TwitchCon. We're going to be there live TwitchCon next weekend. On Saturday, we're doing our live game at 3 p.m. It will be broadcast on Twitch as well. On
At
the
this
Sunday, at 3 p.m. UK time, that'll be on the Twitch, because the Twitch, it's going to go out on Twitch's channel as well
I
for like
see,
the whole
okay.
event. But then on Sunday, we're going to rerun the video twice. So we're going to rerun the live show twice in our normal slot. So if you can't watch it live, watch it on the Sunday. There's also going to be a signing later on that evening, I think 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. So after the live show, basically,
Yeah.
we're going to have a signing straight after that so that
You can come and join
just
us
makes
there.
it easier. So
we've got-
community meetup area. Don't know where that is.
They'll be there around.
Community meetup area. You'll find it.
And if you want to come watch it live, it's in the Glitch Theatre. We also have 2 guests joining us, which I can now officially say who that is because we've sorted it out. We're joined by Elsbeth Eastman, who's a player I've played with. She's a streamer and she's on Roleplay's Oddballs. She was also in my Eberron one-shot that I did on JP's channel. And Nate Sharp, musician, streamer, and Polton on Dice Camera Action. So Nate's going to join us
Very
as well,
cool.
which is very cool.
Nice.
Excited for everyone to meet those guys. And then finally, YogCon. It's happening in August. There's loads of information about it. Tickets in sale in May. We'll do a live game and a signing, and there's a dinner, and there's VIPs.
there's lots of
and
things.
There's a ton
You
of stuff.
already know this stuff.
I also have something exciting.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're following me on Twitter, you've probably seen this already, but Ayla is going to be added to Idol Champions. Look at her go!
There she
She's
is.
so cool! She's going to be added to Idol Champions this week. So Tom and I are actually going to be doing an extra live stream this week.
On Thursday.
On Thursday.
At
so
7 o'clock on the High Rollers channel, talking about Idol Champions. Consider it more of a Q&A session.
we're going to be playing through, we're going to be unlocking Ayla in Idol Champions, and if you have any questions for us, we're happy to answer.
Yes.
But 7 p.m. over on High Rollers D&D, we're going to be live.
And keep a close eye out in the future for more Idol Champions stuff.
Maybe.
But it's so cool!
It's very cool. It's really awesome. Thank you again, Idol Champions.
Yeah.
We love working with you guys. I think that's it.
I think so. We've got a lot of stuff on
I
the
had
go.
to get the link for Brian's thing and put it in chat because I don't think there is one. So I'm doing it frantically while you were talking.
Thanks. Thanks, Restaurant.
Phone cases?
Phone cases now on
cases, right.
store.yogscast.com. Use code HighRollers. 10% off everything you order? You know it, Kim.
On the whole
Kim's
store.
mistress of the store Yogscast code. New phone cases. We are talking about some new merch as well. It's going to be a little time coming, but we're talking about some new stuff. Wanted to give it a bit of a break.
Actually, yeah.
And then, hopefully some new stuff there. Right, well, with that done,
God, that was a
let's
lot.
play the intro video, and then we'll do the recap and get this episode on the road.
Finally.
Hello, welcome back. You missed Rhiannon just talking about McDonald's,
Yeah.
luckily by like a few seconds.
It's making everyone want McDonald's.
McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and a Pizza
Oh
Hut.
my God, that is ancient now.
This is all getting cut.
Yeah, I know. That's why I've not said anything yet, Tom.
Thank you.
Because I'm going to wait Welcome back to Aerois. A little recap on what happened in the previous episode. The party, having made their way to the ruin called the Night Eye, have descended into its depths to search for the source that is disturbing the undead spirits in the local area, and also look for a shard of Tiangong that Nova has sensed deep below. Upon entering the flooded chambers, the party sent Nova out as a scout to make her way and to try and find pockets of air and see what was going on. Nova discovered that there are a few lingering spirits still wandering around, as well as some arcane defenses. The party have eventually followed suit, discovering a few little clues and little hints along the way. However, upon entering one room, a disaster almost struck, as half the party were locked inside a room with an arcane turret that rained down fire on them from below and behind a portcullis. However, the party managed to sync up, escape, and then have destroyed it. And that is pretty much where we left things off. I think it was a lot of exploration last time in this classic dungeon crawl. So we have taken a short rest just before we started the game. So we've taken a short rest. You are all currently stood on a platform that rises about 10 feet up out of this water with this narrow stairway that would have once led out of this room. Obviously, where it wouldn't have been flooded before, this strikes you as some sort of security checkpoint or perhaps a defensible position where people couldn't get further into these chambers without having to face off against the turret and other soldiers in this narrow stairwell. There is a large pair of stone, like gold inlaid stone doors behind you that lead further into the complex. But there are several chambers which you hadn't fully explored or that you'd had hints of there being something, a ghostly quartermaster or some sort of ghostly apparition, as well as a narrow cave tunnel that seemed to lead further in. The remnants of the turret above you, still kind of half broken, shattered, some of it has fallen onto the ground. But other than that, what would you like to do?
Well, that was something. So we'll have to make sure we don't get split apart again. I mean, we spent a long time talking about favourite colours and stuff. I didn't realise you guys were dealing with whatever this is.
I don't think we realised either.
No.
Oblivious.
Yeah, I feel really bad. We were talking about just utter shit instead of helping
I
you.
felt like it was a valuable conversation.
Yeah, what were you talking about?
Favourite colours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mine's blue.
I was talking about the fact that I was a bit hungry.
I'm always hungry.
Yeah. Anyway.
That sounds very nice, but and clearly with these kinds of defenses, we should definitely be more careful moving forwards. They are still active. I don't know how. I've never heard of people coming this far into the ruins. Normally the spirits scare them off, so I'm afraid we're walking a little blind here.
I mean, it's probably my bad, but that scroll that we picked up in the other room did say something about magical defenses in front of a shrine. I just thought it meant something like a wall of fire.
To be fair, we didn't know where the shrine was, and I feel like we found it.
I mean, is
So-
this the shrine?
Well, I
don't
guess
know.
we'll find
Don't know.
out.
Doesn't look very shiny to me. It looks like a door.
It might be magical. It might be all
Fine,
spooky
give me
and-
10 minutes. And I will ritual cast detect magic, I guess.
Okay. So what's everyone else doing for 10 minutes?
Can I try and scrape some of the gold off the door and rapier?
Yeah, you can. So it's gold inlaid in that, it's like a weird. The stone itself is very unusual. It's this kind of white stone with gold veins or flecks in it, and it almost has like a translucent quality as well. It's almost like a crystalline quartz kind of thing. But you kind of scrape away, and the rapier just really struggles to dent these walls. Actually, it's a magical rapier, right?
Yeah.
So actually, the magical rapier, you kind of
Like butter.
you scrape it away.
Yummy, yummy.
But
Balls of gold.
as the gold comes out, it just flecks into nothing, almost like sand. It doesn't look like it's actual gold. It just has a similar look.
Fool's gold. Disappointing.
It was a good
It's
try.
more like a fool's gold, yeah, like a pyrite.
I admire you for trying.
Trying to get every little bit I can get my hands on.
I've
May
got
as
plenty of that if you want some. Just come visit Gusthaven sometime.
Oh, I'd love to. It sounds...
It's almost dull how much there is, honestly. It's surrounding
Really?
us. Yes, we drink from it. We have cutlery that is it.
Don't tell me this. It's not true.
Well, I'd never lie.
I fully believe it, actually.
We must go.
Have
Why
you
are we
seen- Have you seen
here?
his jacket? Like,
That is very true.
But
he is.
Ethereum, now that is a quality resource.
I mean, you might be able to find some worth out of this thing.
That's what I'm hoping for. Yes, it would be nice.
the thing.
Or this
the
thing
turret.
we could try.
Didn't
Try
you
and find
whack it down
something.
last time?
Yep.
Yeah, like a large chunk of it has kind of fallen in. Some of it's in the water.
Oh.
The base and like many of its gears and clockwork cogs are still sticking out. Yeah, if you guys want to examine it, I guess it'd be an investigation
I
check.
might have
Yes,
caused
please.
just a smidge of damage.
The only thing is it's
Just a bit.
you either so half of it's in the water
Also,
and
Lucius
half of it's
melted
10
most
feet
of
up.
it.
So
12.
12,
13.
13. Yeah, you begin examining it. Neither of you really have any idea how this is Nova and Aerois. Neither of you really have any idea how the machine fully works. Yes, it has clockwork parts, which you vaguely guess allow it to move and rotate, but there is also very much magical components here that you don't understand. Nothing very obvious, nothing necessarily of immense worth. I mean, it's mainly things like wood, the metal is salvageable, I guess, but it's not particularly worth anything. Nova, the only thing which strikes you as interesting is up on the base of it. Whilst examining it, you spot something, a symbol imprinted onto the base that you've seen once before. It's the same symbol printed onto Sentry's shield.
Whoa!
It's the emblem of Solvin
What, the 3 lines?
with the shield and the tower. Yeah. And it looks to be like a maker's seal. Like it was constructed in Solvin and maybe sent here.
I love that Rihanna's like freaking out.
freaking
but
out right now.
Araya is just like,
Meh.
Yeah.
It's just metal. It's
you're
just
just, you're
wood.
just carving
Whatever.
into it.
Yeah. You can maybe salvage like maybe it has like a couple of like the bowlers, like the kind of weighted bowlers it sent out. They're very heavy and cumbersome, but you could gather those. I'd say it counts as a net, so you can use it as a net.
Nice.
A pair of
please.
weighted bowlers.
Can we gather up the rope that like we sort of used to anchor?
So you want to
stuff?
swim back in and pick
Yeah.
up all the rope
do,
and
do
stuff?
we still want the rope?
Might be useful.
Yeah.
Get on the way back.
While
To be
Quill
honest,
is
we were kind of using it as a. This is how we
Guide.
get back to the entrance.
okay.
So leave
But-
are you leaving it for now?
Go with the group. What do you want to do? We can leave it, or
There's probably more like
It's going to be all wet.
I mean, you've still got a couple
we're
minutes
all,
while I'm.
all wet. I'll just go get it.
Okay.
I'll just swim back to where it's closest and start.
Give me a
Although-
perception check. As you near the kind of narrow cavern, this kind of like really tight cave-in area. Thank you, Thomas.
That'll be a 1.
A 1.
Ow.
You just swim past. You start making your way up and
Not
gathering.
all that way.
Okay, so you just get to the rope, but the knot isn't tied up until right near the end.
Yes, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not
You
gonna
d-
go all the way back on my own.
Okay. So you swim back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I would even bother actually thinking, remembering that it's all the way
Yeah,
back.
because you tied the rope up like
Yeah,
right
I
near
wouldn't
the
have
edge.
even-
right by the entrance, yeah.
Yeah.
So you just come out of the water dripping wet, sploosh as you emerge from the stairs.
I was gonna get the rope, but I forgot it was tied. And I think if there's one lesson we can learn from this, a gesture at the robot gun, probably shouldn't split the party.
We can be a rope. Everyone just grab onto the back of somebody else.
That's a good idea.
His jacket has long tassels.
I guess, yeah.
I
I'll
think
be
at
the
this
back.
point, Quill, by the way, your detect magic is now active.
Ping. I can click my.
And what's the
fingers,
range?
apparently. The range on detect magic is, and I'm saying this slowly to pass time while I find it, is 30 feet.
30 feet.
Within, yeah. 30.
There is the echo of a faint magical aura around the turret, some sort of conjuration aura that you imagine was helping the turret have power to fire its magical energy. That's now dissipating now that it's been destroyed.
I can't see through. Oh, it can penetrate most barriers, but it's blocked by 1 foot of stone,
Yeah.
1 inch of metal.
So the door itself is not magical.
Okay.
I believe the spell is active for 10 minutes as long as
Yeah.
you concentrate on it.
Well, we should probably go quickly. The door is safe enough, but I can't see through there. So if we want to see any more magical stuff, defenses, turrets, that thing again, then we should probably go now.
Is there anything else magical we want to check out in this area before we go through?
That was magical, not now.
Well, other than the thing that smashed to pieces.
I think the only thing you found is that you found the table with the etched-in map. Nova saw the room with the bars and some sort of spirit, and then there was the collapsed cave that you never went into. So those are the only areas you haven't explored fully.
I feel like that was enough security though there. There can't possibly be any more. They did the slippery stairs. They had the big
Which
crossbow
was great.
and the door.
Yes, there's definitely hiding something or want to keep something safe.
Yeah, so it's all done. I reckon it'd be safe.
We can carry on. Let's just see if we see anything.
I'm going to dip my head into the darkness. I'm not
The door is closed, like it's a shut stone door. So you'd have to open the stone door.
I'm going to stand back while the strong people do the door opening.
And not touch any spheres
open
of
the door?
annihilation.
I mean, you detected magic, you didn't search for traps.
Oh,
Look, it's lucky there aren't any.
Oh,
Just a reminder that detect magic doesn't reveal mundane traps.
Non-magic traps. Yeah.
So, if you guys can help me, the books are going to need to go back into position.
Oh, we're flipping the map, are we?
Yeah.
flipping them out.
Flippity-bit.
Weird.
The only thing is, this one slightly
Want to
reveal
reveal
that.
that?
Oh,
Oh, it's a whole new.
Which one are we revealing?
New map.
Or are we just at the base
I
here?
don't need this
You are
anymore, though.
basically at this base here, yeah.
Wow.
So, you want your player's handbook back?
Yeah, pop it on the corner.
Does it need to be on?
Yeah, it's not super flush, unfortunately. You
Um,
can probably put it at an angle though.
cool. So, a whole new map, and we've got this place is huge.
Okay,
Awesome.
so
I mean, it is a keep.
Yeah, but why do
Yeah.
you keep getting bigger?
yeah, it definitely seems like this
Go
is.
home.
Get out.
And it actually, so you enter through the doors, and it leads into a short corridor with stairs that lead down and curve around. And you suspect that you are probably reaching an area. This would have all once been underground, whereas these rooms probably would have been above, and then the rest of the keep would have been on top of them. This would have actually probably been once underground. Because as you're making your way down this curved staircase that leads further down, you can see chunks of rock have collapsed in. Huge parts of earth have almost broken through, and you have to squeeze past into this kind of narrow, curving stairwell. What light sources do you guys currently have?
Would I still-
Scaldi has her light lantern.
Would I still have the light spell she can?
She can cast that on you again. It's a cantrip, so she can provide that. So you just
Dancing
have the
lights on
scarf,
me.
and then you just
got a
conjuring
torch.
dancing lamp. You're gonna light a torch.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got a lot of bright light around you at this stage.
I'm gonna, at this point,
Yes.
with dancing lights, they're all gonna be bold, different colors. So you've got red, green, yellow, blue. Uriah,
Yes.
what's your favorite color out of these? It's very important.
I'd like yellow, like a golden hue.
That says a lot.
It's very pretty.
And I'm not gonna say why, but it is. It sums you up perfectly. Yellow.
About 9 minutes left.
Huh?
9 minutes on this. I can only see. Shall I just carry on?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Can I have the red? Is there a red?
No, red, it's awful. Awful for light sources, but it's a great color. Is it your favorite?
Well, I mean, I'm wearing most of it. Can I have that sort of color? This one. This
I'm
sort
gonna
of
change
orangey red.
the yellow one to a red and then
Thank you.
drift it towards.
Really doesn't. You're right. It's a bad. Okay, we need to go.
Make sure you don't step on any.
Another 30
traps.
seconds.
Okay. Is anyone?
Are we
able
all
to-
underwater?
No, this is all dry air now. It's there's a moisture and dampness to it, but it is dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just continue. Okay. You eventually, the stairway leads into a open antechamber. Your light spreads down, and as it begins to illuminate the room, a large chamber is revealed. You're
Oh,
gonna have
it's
to
nearly
balance
there.
it. Just put your thing on top of it. Put your thing on top of it. Yeah. As you reach it down, the light is reflected off the sides of a highly polished stone corridor inlaid with murals depicting all of the different gods of Aerois. All of the entire Starborn pantheon. At the far end of the chamber, you can just about see at the edge of this kind of light which is bouncing off these mirrored kind of polished walls, you can see a statue of Siaska with her arms outstretched. And as you step in, this beautiful music begins to fill your ears in an alien language. almost like a chorus, like a choir singing, but in a language I don't know. Maybe some of you understand. We'll ask what languages you know in a minute. And it seems to repeat. It just has like a very faint kind of verse that repeats. The floor in this long corridor that extends, I think, 90 feet. The floor is divided into tiles, each one about 5 feet across, and there's about a row of 7, and then it just goes down about 90 feet. Each part of the floor has symbols built into it.
I don't trust it.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Puzzle time.
There is also, to the left and right of you, there are 2 stone doorways built into
Kim, this is your jam.
So to the left and right of you, there are stone doorways that appear to, you assume, lead into corridors.
Yeah. So
You are free to move these, Kim. If you need to move them, feel free to pick them up and move these, but I just printed them out so it'd be easier for you to see them.
So what is this, like a...
I start to walk out in amazement.
Stop!
This is beautiful. Look
No!
how
Stop!
wonderful
Stop!
this is.
Stop!
Now this is elegant
Lucius!
architecture.
So Lucius and Nova are right at the front where Nova's run and grabbed him and stopped him.
Also, I'd call it more burnt orange than red, your clothing.
So, well,
Not-
I mean...
Not real red.
Will,
Yeah.
you getting anything magic-y?
Well, there's this chorus. Can I...
So with the detect magic, the floor glows.
The entire floor.
Yeah, and with evocation magic, the whole all of these tiles glow with evocation magic.
Lucius, don't go any further. The floor. Every part of the floor.
And the music you can hear is this kind of like, and it's this kind of weird alien language you don't quite
This is
understand.
beautiful. This is elven music.
This is creepy.
Is it?
as
It's not elven.
It is.
It's
This
not
is
elvish.
elven music.
You are
Is
wrong.
it?
I don't think it is. I can't understand it.
Only it's
Because I can
What
talk
language?
Elvish.
What language did you guys speak?
Dwarvish.
Dwarvish? It's not Dwarvish.
Never mind then. I'm
Oran.
out.
Oran, it is not Oran.
Common. Elvish. Aarakocra.
None of those.
Okay.
Kim.
Draconic, Elvish, Primordial.
None of those.
It's gonna be
common,
angelic.
elvish, gnomish, halfling.
None of those.
It's Elvish.
Just Elvish. No, none of you guys can
Well, and
understand what this
common.
music is.
Oh yeah, and common.
Imagine this entire time she hasn't
Oh, and
been
orc.
speaking our language.
No,
If it's
not
written
orc.
down, I can read it.
Yeah, it's almost like the DM knew that you could read all written languages, but you can't understand spoken ones. Unless you use the spell comprehend languages.
What if I write it down like phonetically?
You could try that. Yeah, I'd let you try that 100%.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll try and-
So I think make an intelligence check, and this is going to take you like 10 minutes.
Okay.
You're going to have to sit here like listening, and you're trying to write it out phonetically.
Intelligence. Oh, don't let me down.
If only we had Shazam.
Bad!
Yeah.
6.
6. I will give you 6 words.
Oh, that's cool.
Actually, no, maybe less. I don't know.
Literally,
5.5.
just write it down, and then Babelfish, you just are able to see it.
Yeah, but
The
I probably
floor
haven't
is
written it down
lava.
very well.
Oh, right.
Because, you know, like some languages have,
You need to put an apostrophe in.
yeah, or
An
a,
umlaut.
umlaut, or like, what's the French one that looks like a little G, like a little hook?
Don't know.
Right. When you write it down,
God.
this is Nova. 10 minutes, by the way. So you guys think about what you were doing in those 10 minutes.
Do I know anything about evocation?
Generally, it is offensive magic. It is blasts of fire, lightning, elemental in nature. It's used by sorcerers and wizards to
Kill.
to do damage.
It's always surrounded around power, like the
Cool.
harnessing of power. Anybody else have anything they do for the 10 minutes?
I'm thinking about everyone's favourite colour.
I want to
There's the 2 doors.
check
on
out
each
the
side.
doors.
Yeah. Which one?
Not go like, but I want to say to Quill, is there anything that you sense on the door?
Not about the doors.
If you're going, then I'll follow.
No, just move yourself.
I mean, as
where
far
you
as I can see, this is a nightmare. This is burning my vision. I imagine with how much magic is in there.
Each tile is very strong. It has strong senses of evocation. magic.
Everything's a trap.
So Ayla moves up to that door. Are you like opening it, or are you just
Nice.
kind of like Indiana Jonesing it? What are
Yeah.
you doing? Okay, yeah, that's an
Indiana
investigation
Jonesing
check.
it.
What are you doing, Orion?
I might just be looking at the walls, trying to see if there's a way I could maybe like scurry across.
Someone.
Yeah, sure. Make a perception check for me then.
Cool.
What are you
I
doing?
just want to
same.
see the bottom.
Right, well, Nova, before you do that,
Okay.
I will tell you. So you write it down, and either some of these words are not written how they're phonetically sounded, and obviously some are. Because only a few of the words change. You get the following words: starry, guide, youth,
Hold on. Guide,
youth,
youth,
bright,
bright,
lead,
lead.
mothers. In that order. You write it down and phonetically somewhere in the song in that
It's not
vague
all
order.
of it, though, right?
No.
Story guide.
Much of it is still an
Fragments.
indescribable, undecipherable.
Unintelligible.
Yeah.
Can I now see the bottom panel?
Yes, absolutely you can.
So, just in case it was missed on podcast, the floor tiles are just a jumbled mess of god symbols.
Yes. You've obviously recognised because you would recognise Hesper's symbol.
Yes.
We saw a lot of them in that town.
You saw a lot of them in the
recognise
town.
Paladors.
So they are each of these tiles appear to be split into 3 sections. You can see that the first one goes up to about 30 feet. Then there's one between 30 and 60 feet, and then one from 60 to 90 feet. And each of them appear to be a jumble of the different holy symbols of the gods of Aerois,
Yeah, so I think we
excluding
recognise-
Siaskas.
Yeah, there's
Oh.
no Siaska.
Yeah, there's Kalaras on there. There's Hesper.
Yeah, Scaldi's like,
It's,
well, I recognise...
Valina,
these are the gods.
Paladora, Atelicus, Kalara, Hesper, Sayana, and Zephyr.
She's
Zephyr.
got the big ones
I don't
here.
know which
That's
one
brown.
is this a lion?
All here.
Yes, that. So I mean, I guess Quill doesn't know which god that
I
belongs
don't know
to.
what that is.
Which one?
The liar with
The
the heart.
lyre is Sayana.
Have we heard about Sayana before?
I don't know.
No, I don't think we
I
have.
don't think you
I don't
have.
remember.
Looking at
We've
the,
never
the
looked into
mural.
it very far, I guess. That's what
Yes.
the other ones-
The mural. What is it showing? A timeline?
No.
Or it's just all the gods?
It's the gods in different poses along the sides, and then like in each 30-foot segment, it then changes ever so slightly.
What are the order of them? From left to right? From us to that way? North?
Well, they're split into 2 groups, one on each side.
Right.
So in the first 30 feet, there's 7, so it'll be Hesper, Sayana, Zephyr, Atelicus, Kalara, Valena. Trying to remember my other god names.
The liar one.
Sayana, yeah, like that. And then it changes. Yeah, that's the order you see. And then it changes and it swaps them around. What did you get on your perception check?
10.
10? I mean, looking at it, the reliefs themselves appear to be carved in. You would have to be an exceptional climber to use the murals because it's like these tiny little finger gaps to kind of crawl your way along. And the ceiling is completely smooth.
I think this might be some sort of trap.
Definitely, almost definitely. Evocation magic all over the place.
And then what did you get on your investigation check?
Only 10.
As far as you can tell, this door you can open it. It's not trapped in any way.
There might be some answers
Can I hear anything?
beyond these
Music.
other corridors.
Same thing.
And so far, they're
If you're trying to listen to the door, it's either too thick or you can't hear anything beyond it.
Well, shall we all go into one room at a time so we don't split up?
I think that's a solid idea.
Nova's
Nova's just
got her notes out and she's.
Never! Shake.
It was given. I don't want to metagame this, and I also can't remember, even though I literally read it recently. Would Nova know who the youngest in the pantheon of gods is?
If you don't know as Kim, which it sounds, oh no, that's fine. Make a religion check for me.
I think I know, but it's one of those. I don't know.
Well, I think if you think you know, then we'll go with what you think you know, rather than making a check for it.
Check. 9.
So we'll go with what you think you know.
11.
So what do you think?
I want to say Hesper, but I also want to say because Palador is not, Kalara is not,
Yeah, Kalara's old as shit.
Sayana or Zephyr.
I think. Actually,
Yeah, it's,
no.
I'm going to have to leave this one. If you guys want to make religion checks, you guys can.
I can't remember. I literally read this recently. Fuck.
4, doesn't it?
I don't know very
Araya, the gods, again, like, you know the orcs' reverence of fear,
I
but
know nothing.
you don't really know that much.
I got nothing.
Same with you, like, the only gods you've really had any experience with is Zephyr and Atelicus. A lot of wild elves worship Atelicus.
I'm not saying.
Well, I know that Zephyr freaking almost smoked me.
Yeah.
What was at the end?
Siaska.
Smiting.
Statue of Siaska with her arms, like welcoming
And
something.
that's it looks like a shrine, right?
There is, it's hard to see beyond that. You think there might be a slight antechamber and then another door, but You're not sure how big that area is. You can just see this corridor and then this statue like this.
Oh, it's still pretty dark down here. Then.
Yeah, I mean, your light is bouncing off these polished walls, but yeah, I did it so you can see the room, but you need to step further down.
What I'm interested by is the design of this place. Is it just a trap room? Because it's so decadent and beautiful. Why wouldn't people use it normally? Is there a way to just disable the floor being bad for people to use it in the day?
Anything like on the walls or any of the
Investigation check, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys can make these checks whenever you want.
18.
18. Looking around this area, this kind of front bit, before you step out into this corridor, you don't find, like, the only thing you can see is that there are these 2 stone doors. You can clearly tell that these tiles, you know, they will, when you stand on them, it will probably know, either through a pressure plate or maybe magical means, but you're pretty sure that each individual tile, stepping on it may have an effect. You do not find a way to disable it from this end. You suspect there probably would be another way at the other end. Based on what Nova learnt about there being magical defenses, if this has been activated, this is a bottleneck, and this is where you would activate some sort of defense. To, you know, so normal travelers, if you just welcoming pilgrims, if this is a shrine, you'd just have it disabled and they'd come and go and it'd be this beautiful kind of like, you're now entering the shrine. Whereas when you need to defend it, you activate the defenses and this is clearly some sort of magical protection.
Dodgy lever, just like, all their followers dead.
Should we try and go around the side?
We should at least see. There might be some.
Lucius was
answers.
right.
Yeah. I guess
Where do
so.
you want to go?
Just slow.
So could I have a real quick perception to see if I can spot any more magic just around the room, bar the floor?
There's
There's none. Okay.
yeah, with detect magic, I would just tell you, unless it's past like that foot of stone.
Yeah, sure.
Which, yeah, obviously, if you look up, if there's magic somehow hidden in the ceiling, like beyond a foot, but how that would affect you, you don't know.
Is there any magic in the statue at the end?
He doesn't have the range.
I can barely see it.
If this is a trap to stop people going to the shrine, we need to understand what the shrine is for and what the enemies of that shrine would be.
This
Right?
music is just repeating.
I mean, the spirits above, they were still trapped in the wall. It might just be a failsafe. The last thing you do when the keeper's lost is everyone retreats behind the shrine, turns on the failsafe.
So what would be the thing that allows you to navigate through as a follower of the person that works here?
The correct tiles,
But who are these people?
who are
I mean, you saw the spirits. They were soldiers of Aerois. They were the alliance of the Starborn, like the people of Aerois.
Who are they specifically? And what do they align themselves with? Is it just Siaska or all the gods or just one?
I mean, we saw Siaskan symbols on the soldiers.
And that's the only
There's
one
no
not here.
Siaskans symbols
But
here.
that's what I mean. We can't stand on any Siaskan tiles because
There aren't
any.
But I mean, you guys know that the other gods are Siaska's children.
Yeah.
Like, people might, if you were a Siaska worshipper back in the day, you still worshipped all of the other gods. You worshipped the pantheon. You just would go to, oh, I want to know more about magic. I will speak to Hesper. But you still worshipped all of them together. Nowadays, since the Sundering, things have become a bit more splintered, and you have like churches dedicated to one thing or churches dedicated to another thing. But back before the Sundering, all of the gods were worshipped because they were real. They were walking amongst people. You could go and speak with Hesper and have meetings with him, whereas that isn't the case anymore.
It's got
Unless you're Quill.
That
So it's like a unified religion. Then.
Yeah.
a pantheon, yeah.
Yeah, it was a pantheon.
Oh, yeah.
It was like the Greek gods, right? Like, yes, you might be a follower of Apollo or Zeus, or you knew all the gods existed and you gave them all tribute for the right things, and that was how it was for Aerois as well.
Can anyone remember who the youngest god in the pantheon is? Anyone?
That I thought that would be something you'd know. No,
Yeah.
no.
Well,
I skipped a lot
I-
of history lessons.
I guess I'd only know
Maybe.
about Hesper, so could I do a religion check on just Hesper?
Sure.
I threw my religion book out. Dumb.
16 plus religion. 17.
Yeah. So you know about Hesper. Hesper is one of the middle children. He is not the oldest. And I would say actually you would know some information actually. So you would know from worship of Hesper. Hesper is the middle child. Atelicus is the older brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are facts that you know, having learned the ways of Hesper and, being a cleric of Hesper.
The older brother, but the oldest sibling.
So, what's your thinking?
The music, I think the music is saying something about. There's 6 words. I can pick out 6 words, maybe. I don't know. Starry, guide, youth, bright, lead, mother. And my thinking is maybe youth will. If we pick the tiles that are the youngest god, it will lead them to the Star Mother, aka Siaska, who's at the end there.
Okay.
But I'm looking at all these tiles as well,
Put it back, and then we can see if there's a route.
and there's no there's
around
no
is it?
one tile like next to each other, if you see what I mean. There's no one god that has a solid path. So either we jump around, or even the song is saying an order, like you have to hit the tiles in a specific order.
Oldest to youngest? Or
Like
youngest to
well,
oldest?
like Kalara is known as a spirit guide. So maybe the word guide is meant to be her. I don't know.
What's the harp one?
Uh,
The harp.
The harp is Cyanna.
Yes, good.
She's in the top left corner of all these 3 sections.
I feel like Cyanna could be the youngest. She is the song heart. She is song and life and trickery and happiness and joy. And to me, that
She's
I
on the
don't know.
first row on the right.
that screams young to me.
Delicious.
I hate puzzles.
what if?
Well,
So
you know what?
much.
The best thing, Ayla,
I
is
know.
this is one option.
I might
There's
go
a
through
door.
the door.
There's a big old smashy whacking door right
Maybe
there.
you
I
just
guess I've got like what,
step
2,
on
3
whichever
minutes?
god you personally worship, and then it lets you through.
I don't worship anyone in particular.
But if I stand on Hesper, I can't go any further. There's no route.
Yep. I'm in the same boat. It's fine. That was just a thought. I'm gonna open this door now.
I will follow Ayla. We might find some more answers.
Yeah.
inside
We should
there.
all go.
I need to think a bit more.
Okay. You gonna open the door?
Just a chance.
So you begin opening the
Very
door.
dramatic opening of a door.
Just slide that down to about there. So you see the corridor curves around to the right. And you just see it seems to lead down. It is a plain-looking stone corridor. Ayla, you step in. Just move yourself down just so I know where
see
you are.
Can I look in the floor first?
Yeah, do you want to make a perception check? Yeah, you can make a perception
Like,
check.
I want to
Yeah,
check.
sure.
And wait
Oh,
for
no.
Mark Humes. Stop.
Yeah.
9.
9. Looking around, it just seems to be stone corridor. There's no tiles. You don't spot anything of note.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got my passive.
Just in point, is anybody directly following Ayla, like
Oh, yeah,
walking
I-
behind
yeah.
her, or?
I'm probably
I'm,
like
I'm pretty much next to her with my detect
All right,
magic.
okay, and then
Probably at the
right,
back.
you're going
I'm
as
going,
well.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically, is everybody heading in?
Yes.
I'll probably be at the back, like looking longingly at.
Yeah,
like-
you and
Stay
Scaldy are
with-
at the back.
I'll stay
so-
with Nova and Scaldy.
Okay. So, it is Quill and Aerois. I would say you guys probably actually stop Ayla as you get to about here, because you see something. Nothing activates, but you see something. You can see that there are a series of grooves and very old blood stains along the walls and the floor throughout this corridor. The grooves appear quite thick, but they're disguised. They're coloured on the inside and shaded to match the stone, because they appear to be like lighting sconces, as if, planning for somebody bringing a torch through. And they're actually painted kind of like Indiana Jones, where they have the hidden bridgeway. So they blend in seamlessly with the floor.
Yeah.
But you spot these hidden grooves, and then there's this old, crusted, dried, very faint blood that splatters across the ground.
There's blood in here, and also along these walls. Is it like just middle
It's
height? or is it-
floors and then walls.
Oh, across the entire place there's grooves. I don't know if they open. I don't know. I guess on all 4.
You've just
walls.
seen them. You just see them.
Can I
It's like along the floor and then kind of low on the walls, kind of like near the floor.
can I try and step forward a little bit and throw my water skin
Yeah, I mean, where do
Forward.
you want to go? Just
just where Quill and Ayla are between the two. And
there's not really enough space,
Okay.
so you could go in front of them,
Yeah.
like here.
go there, yeah, and just
Yeah.
tuck my water skin ahead just a little bit, just to see if it does something. Bloop.
The water just splashes out, and then you can now easily see it trickling down into these grooves.
Okay.
I
This
mean,
doesn't look very good.
there aren't
No,
any
you just threw your water skin.
I have, but Now you can see the problem.
What? Yes, your water skin's on the floor.
Yes, but there's plenty of water around.
There's another trap in here. Not magical this time because I can't see it, but something has done some damage to some people. Hasn't left their bones behind. No boots.
Yeah, could you just stand back a little bit? And then,
Sure.
if I conjure Mage Hand, can I use Mage Hand to like pat around?
So you what, have Ayla and these guys step back?
Yeah, and then just use my Mage Hand to like pat around.
What's the range of Mage Hand?
2,000 feet.
Forever. 30 feet.
Infinity.
The hand just kind of pats the ground gently. You pat around on the sides. Nothing happens.
Do the bloodstains, are they isolated on the floor or do they go to the walls?
They are they're kind of patchy. There's like splashes of blood all across the floor and then up the walls in some places.
How close are they to
Very random.
the front row? How many feet is the first blood splat from
Oh,
us?
blood goes almost all through this entire corridor.
Where we are right now.
Yeah, kind of, a little bit.
Okay.
It's more centralized, it's more in the middle.
In the middle.
More in the middle. But blood is everywhere.
I don't like this.
But it's old. It's like really old and dried, very faint. You can only barely see it because Quill and Aerois point it out.
What would grooves do to hurt somebody?
I mean, something could come out of them. I'm not
How
sure.
big are they?
Thick.
And how deep are they?
Can't tell. Pretty deep. Deep.
But they're painted?
Yeah, so the insides of them are painted to match the floor, but also the shadows themselves. Like, it's painted in a weird way that
Like
the
a
whole
lighter
room.
colour.
It's kind of like done in a weird way that it kind of. It's like it's an optical illusion of like making it look like it's a seamless floor.
Yeah. I guess we could just stand in the gaps where the grooves aren't, but
Yeah. Yeah, there's big enough. Like it's not like the whole thing is like a grate. It's like two big grooves running down the floor and then two grooves along the side. You could kind of stand really centrally, or you could stand up against the walls and try and stand.
then there's the grooves on the wall.
But then there's the grooves on the walls. Yeah.
Are
Could
they?
you get, if you were to crawl along the floor, would you be underneath the groove in the wall?
Yes. Yeah, sure. If you get down low enough, you'd have to be like properly like crawling on your belly.
You want me to try it?
I mean, if something's coming out vertically and horizontally from these things, it will be avoided if we crawl and slide as much as we can along the outside edge or inside edge.
But the water skin didn't
It's
do anything.
I mean it's going to be pretty tricky to have more than one person do that.
You want me to try it?
You've got a big hammer.
Yep.
I can try it.
I don't mind.
I mean, I think she's a lot more dexterous. No insult to you, obviously, but
I'm too muscular and great. I know.
that's
I know what you're
what
saying.
I was going to say.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, Aerois, please.
So what you want to just make
Start
your way
crawling
along
the floor.
like crawling along here?
Yeah.
Where I mean, are the rest of you going to move out the room? Or are you going to stay in? What do you guys want to do?
I'll let you know when the coast is clear, and then we can all go
I
one at a
can't
time.
fit in the room at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment, with you guys all kind of pressed up against this back door,
What's happening?
Lucius and Scaldi are currently still outside.
If it's clear, you can all follow me through.
But we'll only know if it's clear if you trigger one of the traps.
But if I don't trigger a trap,
Then I guess that route is safe.
yeah,
And we all
you can
crawl
all
along.
follow me across if you want to, or you can stay here and I'll have a look around myself.
I mean, that happened last time when you got
It didn't
shot
go very
at.
well last time, no, but
I don't feel good about it.
So right now, so at the moment, you've got you three here, and Aerois is crawling along the side. Last chance, are you doing anything?
Aerois, come back. I'll constantly have a message on you. We're going to leave the room.
What if?
Aerois, do you just stop on course?
I'll stop once, of course I stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Has she gone yet?
Take 3 steps to the left.
Not yet.
What if?
Like
If
crystal
you
maze.
guys...
About halfway through.
Nah.
What if, instead of something coming out of the grooves, the space of wall and floor between the grooves moves?
Oh, the entire thing lifts up.
Yes.
Oh, then there's no place
Is
that's
there
safe.
blood on the ceiling?
Yeah, some. Not a lot, but some.
Oh, no.
There's blood on the ceiling, guys.
As you look up, you're like, oh yeah.
I wonder if it takes a certain amount of weight, which is why the water skin didn't work. You see?
Is there something we can do to Ayla?
Does major
I love dungeons.
Ayla, could
does
you...
major image have weight to it?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It would look as if somebody had weight. Like it's almost like if you were creating a major image like out on the grass.
Yeah.
I would say that with the concentration, you're actually creating the image of as it steps down, you're creating illusory grass around its footsteps to make it look like it is. But it's not.
CG,
Yeah.
but not.
Yeah, it's basically major image is using green
D&D
screen.
CG.
Yeah.
Lucius makes a very good point. We don't actually know where this trap could come
Did
from.
I, Quill?
You're very good point. It was
thank
actually
you.
a great idea. Terrifying one, but a great idea
I'm
nonetheless.
gonna go stand on some tiles.
No, don't stand on
I'm
those.
joking.
No.
So Aerois is currently
Okay, Aerois-
like solid snake on like the ground, pressed up into the corner, like has stopped crawling.
Aerois, I don't think that's a good idea. If Lucius is
I
right,
Go over to this door
Yeah.
and check and see if there's any
With
traps.
with levitate, you can only go up and down, right?
I can't levitate after a long
13.
rest because I levitated Ayla and we only had a shot.
Ayla, you don't seem to find any traps on the other door.
Out of interest, if you had someone
Open the door.
levitate and
You
we
open the
tied a
door?
rope around them and we kind of push them forward, would
It would
they?
work, or you could use the wall to like move you across.
You see a very similar but shorter corridor.
Do I see any of the same grooves?
oh, and is there blood? I guess if Ayla's looking for
Yeah,
it.
there's
she
blood.
noticed
It
that.
looks slightly different. So I think make a medicine check actually for me.
green.
It's poisonous.
Okay. Oh, 6.
I mean, looks the same. Blood's blood.
This cord is shorter, but it's got the same kind of thing.
Great.
Is there blood on the ceiling?
No.
No.
Oh.
But there's blood on the floor and the walls and stuff, so, you know, still gross, still
Same
grisly.
grooves?
Same grooves.
Good. Good.
So am I turning around and heading back?
Head back, Aerois.
Okie dokie.
I think
Scarling me.
we need to figure out how to trigger this, and then we can find out what it is, and then we can find out how to get through it. Which is a very Nova situation, if you ask me.
You want me to just run through it and see what happens?
Absolutely not.
While they're arguing about this,
Yeah, sure.
the murals on the sides of the walls,
So you come back out into the main room.
are there any kind of like age?
So Aerois and Quill are the ones in here. Ayla's in here. Scaldi and Lucius are out here. And then Nova is now looking down this big corridor.
And yeah, do they look like? Does anyone look young?
Perception check for me.
Perception. Freaking perception has to be perception, doesn't it? Stupid.
How big's the gaps between the first grooves?
What you mean, so like horizontally?
Yeah.
Well, it's about a 10-foot wide corridor. So I'd say it's probably like
Between the first groove.
3 foot, like from the wall, it's like 3 foot groove, 4 foot groove, 3 foot wall. It's like 3, 4, 3. So,
You hop over the first two grooves.
but it's not like
No,
they're
it's
not horizontal. It's
straight.
like it's
Like
yeah,
right
like,
along the corridor.
like if I'll draw them on there. I'll draw them on the
Draw 'em
map.
on.
It goes straight along the corridor.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
along the length of it.
yeah, like like
Um,
that, and then
Oh, like a bowling ball.
like that,
Like a
Blood
a
channels.
bowling alley.
like that, and then like that.
Blood channels.
Gutter ball.
What I'm thinking.
You still had a question.
Oh.
You got 3. I mean, it's hard to tell because they're not detailed representations, right? They're kind of like these side profile things. Sayana is small, but she could be a halfling. Atelicus is tall and has stags and is very well built. Could be another race. You know, it's hard to tell. They just look like different races to you.
I don't think it's Hesper, Atelicus, or Kalara because they were involved in the end of Siaska, basically. Hesper lifted up the world, Atelicus split the world, Kalara became the goddess of death. So to me, that's like
I mean, I would have told you about Telecus.
responsible stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're the oldest. I think it's Sayana.
That's racist. She's just a halfling.
She's depicted
So what's
as
the-
several
what's
different
everyone
things,
doing?
actually.
Oh, is she?
Just a thought. If this corridor is designed to hurt people who walk through it, and there's a big old path down the middle of it, seems like you shouldn't walk on the middle part.
But what about the grooves on the wall?
Well, yeah, but that's to catch the people who go around the sideways.
So neither of us safe.
But I feel like the middle bit, if you were just a normal person strolling down a corridor, you'd go in the middle, right?
I also feel like the door might lock after you.
Really? There's nothing magic about.
I don't know, we're in a dungeon in my experience.
Just happened.
Everything's a trap.
Shall we figure out if it's a weighted trap at the very least?
What can we put on it?
So spiritual weapon, it inflicts damage. So is it enough to be able to push down on stuff if I was to summon it and move it? And
I got a lot of hate for this after Nova used force to try and make vibrations in the ground, and everyone was like, "It deals force damage, Mark. Surely that means it must create some sort of vibration."
right.
So I will say that force damage, if that's what spiritual weapon does, force damage can create impact. Force damage is like hitting it with a blunt force, like a hammer.
It does.
Then yes, I will say it can create pressure.
Okay. I could conjure another version of Ayla's hammer, because I liked that last time. That looked really cool. Had feathers all around it. Got a mini of it too. I could create that, press down certain areas, and just figure out how to trigger this trap. Because it's not going to hurt us out here if the trap's in there, right? 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 Right?
Yes.
We have to figure out something.
I think at this point your detect magic fails.
Okay. That room is actually quite dark, turns out. Okay. Ayla's hammer.
You cast spiritual weapon,
Yep.
mark off the spell slot. You now have a spiritual weapon.
Awesome.
Do you have one there?
I
I don't have mine because I didn't think to get it.
That nice mini.
I know, you
I don't
have
have
one
mine.
special.
I mean, I bought them as well, but.
Yeah, no, I need to glue it back together. Sorry, I haven't done that yet.
So, sorry, so you come over this way.
You do it either.
So you leave
Oh, no,
it-
yeah, I'll do it that side. Sorry, yeah, I'm on that side. So I'll
Blood's
bring it
the other
down.
side.
I guess we'll step out of the room.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay looking at the tiles.
And I'm
I'm
just
gonna look at
gonna
Nova looking at the tiles.
So what's
press
the range?
against the wall, press against the floor,
Mother hen.
press against everything I
How
can.
far can you send it out from
60
you?
feet.
Up to 60 feet around from you. Do you need to see where you're sending it?
This is within range.
Normally it has line of sight then for spells, so I'd say it has to be within line of sight.
Starry God.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say it has to be in line of sight. So you can send the hammer to where you can see.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
So
I
you send it
guess
about
I will
send it about there, and you start knocking on the floors and ceilings.
It just hits
Yeah.
everything.
Dust, a little bit of dust comes up.
Should we carry on and I'll get stuff around the corner?
Sure, let's just take it one step at a time.
Okay.
Okay. So move yourself.
Anyone coming with me?
I'm
What are
coming
you
with you.
doing?
What if the trap here doesn't work? Wouldn't that be funny? What if this whole thing was like mundane trap, but only the magical ones still work?
Why are you double bluffing us?
Anyone
Yeah.
coming with
So
me?
you
Donk,
keep
donk,
donk
donk,
donk donk.
donk,
So Ryan moves with you.
Yep.
Okay. So you donk donk donk. Nothing seems to happen.
This is Mark living his
So
best
you're
life.
gonna have to move up to see around there.
Yeah, moving forward.
So you stay on this side because you're gonna have to move to about there to see there.
Ayla,
Sure.
maybe you should stand near the door.
And when you come around the corner, Quill, it seems you see there is another doorway.
Yeah.
And as you come around the corner and you're with the spiritual weapon, you're tapping, and nothing, no weight seems to change. But it's almost as if you kind of round the corner, and as soon as you see the door, you hear this kind of. I need everybody to roll. Well, Raya and Quill currently roll initiative.
Initiative.
And the rest of us?
Roll it, and we'll see what
mind.
happens. Trap.
Cute.
Oh. Should I just?
Never learn
I'll
our
just put both arms.
lesson.
I'll just put both arms around my back
Ayla.
now.
40.
Quill.
10.
Nova.
9.
Lucius.
9.
Araya.
22.
Oh,
That's going to be the only roll that is high.
Scaldy.
it makes sense that your character goes fast, though. I think.
Yeah.
I guess.
11.
Yeah, high dex.
What's your dex, Quill?
No,
No, in fact, this thing doesn't have dex, so you'll be.
What thing?
You'll have priority over it.
Okay.
So,
This thing.
Araya,
Hello.
you hear a chunk, and then you begin to hear this high-pitched whine.
Oh, God.
What do you do?
Should we run?
Back,
Should we run?
back.
Okay, I'm
Back.
gonna say to Quill, try and move back. Try and return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is so you hear the whine. Before you take your turn, if you're going to move, you can change what you want to do.
Yeah.
But basically, you hear these blades, these spinning saw blades, come up out of the ceiling and out of the walls. But they're on both ends, and they begin doing this. Like, so this whole corridor is now difficult terrain, so you move at half speed. So what do you want to do? You get like...
So they're vertical and horizontal.
They're basically like doing this. No, they're all on the floor, but
Okay.
they're very large. They're these
Okay.
kind of like very tall, spinning kind of grinder blades, but there's also, they're set into the walls as well.
Okay.
It looks like they're going to pass you, so you can try and dodge out of the way.
Yeah.
They're going to make attack rolls against you, basically.
I'm going to dodge. I'm going to dodge so hard.
Okay, so what, you want to just take the dodge action, so they have disadvantage against you?
Yes.
Means, then do you want to try and move still?
then try and move.
So you can move half speed.
Yep.
Okay, so so what's that, 15?
Try. Yeah.
You're going backwards.
5, 10, 15. Yep. The grooves go all the way to the door, by the way. And then you take the dodge action as your action.
Yeah.
Okay.
David Copperfield shit.
Can't be out of the
position
way.
myself at the door to grab anyone and pull them out.
Yeah, sure.
It's bad
But that's not your turn. So,
I know, but
bad times.
So, initiative roll 20. Series of whirring blades appears and pass along the corridor. Okay, they attack anybody in the corridor. So they're going to attack Quill and Aerois. So they have disadvantage to hit Aerois because of the dodge action.
Oh, they go before me, so I don't even have a chance to dodge.
And that's why you rolled initiative. 14.
No hit.
Okay, so you dodge out of the way. Quill, 21.
Yeah.
That's kind of the noise they
Like
make,
a chicken
actually.
factory.
My ancestors.
You're going to take
It's a
8
glorified
points of
factory
slashing
farm.
damage. So Quill takes 8 points of slashing damage. As they pass you, the blades seem to get faster.
Oh, sugar honey iced tea.
So when they pass you, they seem to, the ones on your side are getting faster. Quill, they don't seem to get that faster on your side. Almost like missing means that they go faster on one side. One thing I forgot, by the way, is when you ended your turn, they also make an attack against you as well.
Okie dokie.
Oh, god damn.
14, so it
hit.
misses you again.
Cartwheel.
So after the blades, that's at initiative 20. So we go to Ayla. So you wanted to move up and
Can
be ready
I-
to.
I can't reach her, can I? from
You,
here?
if you step in, these spinning blades will get an attack against you. Basically, they're like.
So the hall has attack of opportunity on you.
Is that
The hallway has attack.
It's basically like these blades are constantly just going,
But-
and they're coming at different directions. The pattern. By the way, when they hit Quill, they kind of this gash of blood kind of splatters the wall and the ceiling.
ceiling.
So it's like
Oh, that's
blood
brutal.
sprays.
Can I put a foot in and grab
An
her
artery.
and then pull out?
Yeah, they're still going to get.
Yeah, that's
against
fine.
you. Okay. So what you're doing is you're stepping in,
Grabbing her out.
and then you're trying to. So make a strength check for me. And it's a 19 to hit you, which I think hits
yeah.
you.
Oh no. 11.
So 11, I'd say that's probably still enough. And then you spend the rest of your movement basically dragging Aerois back. You take 15 points of slashing damage. As you step in, you kind of wrap your arms around Aerois and you throw her to the side, but that allows one of these blades to like catch your shoulder blades, causing a deep gash. But you manage to throw Aerois and yourself out.
Which god?
Any of them on the symbols.
Oh, it's the Asker, isn't it?
Who's the youngest?
Who's the youngest god? Have you had any insight?
I don't know what Scaldi can really do. She's so low on her spell slots now. She will.
Get ready to pull me out.
I like how you took no damage from that, but I've just taken.
Yeah.
Aerois like leaping to the sides, like you're like watching it.
Like, papa.
Scaldi will.
Howard Moon.
Yeah, I mean, her cantrip, she can't really do anything either. She'll just basically, move to the front and do what Ayla did, and basically ready to try and pull somebody out of the room.
Okay.
So she'll ready in action. Quill.
Right, I'm going to cast Blade Ward on myself.
Okay.
Because holy shit.
Action.
I'm going to... oh, it's an action, isn't it? Is it... Oh, I can't remember if my shield... It's a bonus action, so I'll shield bonus action.
How many times have you used the shield ring since a long rest? 'Cause you've
don't
used
think
it
he has
once.
used
It's
it.
got 2 uses per day.
We had a long rest before we came into it, and I don't think he's used it since we've been in the underwater thing.
I thought you used it against the turret. I could be wrong.
I may have used it against the turret.
Okay.
I'll
We'll
say
we'll
it's
say that
2 a
we've
day
used it. Okay,
anyway.
so this is your second use of it.
So this is my second use.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll have the shield, blade warden myself.
That's action, bonus action, and then you move at half speed.
How long does the barrier ring actually last for?
1 minute.
Oh yeah, it does say that. And
Almost like I know what I'm doing.
and I'm going to, I guess, half movement.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, try and get back.
Okay, when you end your turn, that is a 14 to hit.
Doesn't hit. Thank you, barrier ring.
Okay, as they miss you, they get faster. At initiative 10, they go again. That is now with +7, 16 to hit.
Just hits, but I've got resistance to the damage.
That's a good thing because that's 12 points of damage, slashing
So
damage.
6?
Yeah, half to 6.
Okay,
Crikey.
that was good.
And then you see them begin to reset on their speed.
That's good. Oh, that was a good blade ward.
Lucius and Nova at the same time.
Help!
Yeah. You can see these blades. They're made from metal. They do appear a little bit worn. Aerois and Quill, you do probably notice that they have like gashes in them. Like it almost looks like they've been struck. Like people have tried to fight the blades.
How fast are they going up and down
Pretty
there?
fast. Like there's
hit
and there's
them,
multiple
really.
of them. I think that there is.
I'm about to get dice.
Oh, ideas.
Idea.
When it's your turn, it will be your idea.
I'm just like,
There's 7 blades basically, but they're all at random times. Like they kind of come up the ground and then they cut down and then.
Can I see in the door from where I am?
I mean, there's a lot of people there. There's like a lot of crowded people like
If I was to
blocking
do
out.
like a spell over through them,
I mean, you can try for sure. I'll give cover if you're going to try and attack the blades for sure.
I was more going to try and acid splash the groove to try and melt it so it kind of blocks a
Spins out.
blade.
Oh.
You can try. Yeah, sure.
I'm going to do it just past Quill,
Sure.
but if there was a blade to hit on that groove, it might get blocked.
Cool. Yeah. So is it attack roll for acid splash?
Oui, oui, bonjour.
Okay, make an attack roll.
No, it's a dex saving throw for
A
the
dex saving
groove.
throw.
Does the groove have a dex?
It can't move. So I think you just do damage to it. Yeah, I think you just do
1d6.
damage.
6.
Whoa.
acid.
6. So you weaken the groove and you block parts of it up, but the mechanism just kind of pushes through. But you've dealt damage to one of these blades at least. It looks like some of the acid went in the groove and has messed up one of the blade components, but the others are still going. It's a cantrip.
It is
not
a cantrip,
Black
you're
Man's-
right,
So
yeah.
yeah. So you did 6 hit points to 1
Of like 6?
of 7 basically. There's 7 different blades.
God damn.
Okay, and you're not in the room, so you're not taking any time to do that. Nova. This whole gaggle of people is like crowded around this door, as you can hear. And then you've got the nice tile puzzle before you. Go on, give the tile puzzle.
trying to
I
concentrate.
might give the tile puzzle
come
a
on,
go
do it, yeah.
while this is going. Let me just activate this, shall we?
Everyone keep it down.
I suppose I probably can't get a clear shot with everybody.
You can try. Yeah, they'll just get cover,
around.
I'd say, because it's such a tightly packed group of allies.
Just use your thing on me so that when I die, you get healed.
I've already used that Hexblade.
damn.
No, actually, I got it back on a short rest.
Hexblade curse me.
I'll Hexblade Chris Quill.
I may as well heal someone.
Ow.
It's not a good way of doing it, but
Does heat metal recharge on a long rest or a short rest?
From the hammer,
Yeah.
long rest.
Long rest. Poops.
Also, that might
Poopsicles.
do damage.
Yeah.
Quill.
It,
They'll just
it
make
would,
them
it would
hotter.
damage the blades. I would add fire
Yeah,
damage. 100%.
It's a
Yeah.
hot burning blade.
It's
It's worse! It's worse!
That's the noise.
But then it would cauterize it as well.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it hurts
awesome,
more.
great.
There's no infection though.
Doesn't the hammer have mending?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What, you
should
want me to
I
mend
should
you?
probably make you make Constitution saves for like tetanus and stuff, shouldn't I?
Rabies,
There's other blood.
gangrene.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah,
like
all
you got
dice.
a cut on your hand.
it rolled off my knee that way.
Right, what are you doing?
Can
Novus?
I try and cast Eldritch Blast?
On a blade.
Yeah, I don't know whether or not to go for the groove and try and like.
For the purposes of attacking the groove or the blades, it's the same thing. Like you're going to damage the mechanism and make it
Blade
hard.
of
Thematically, Mark.
Yeah, thematically, you're targeting the groove.
Okay, do I get disadvantage or anything?
I'm going to give it cover, so I'm going to give it a higher AC.
Okay, so Eldritch Burst and Blades. No, I'm not.
Wow, that's awful.
Wow, that's really bad. One's a 2, one's a 4, plus 7 on each. 11 and a
Nice.
9.
Blades are moving so fast, and there's so many people, and you're worried about hitting Quill that your blasts just go wide and they don't strike the blades themselves.
At least they didn't hit
Shooting
Quill.
at me while I'm trying to dodge blades.
Scully, no, sorry,
head.
Scully, Orion.
Okay.
Come on, Quill.
You can see Quill like. The one thing you notice that whilst the blades appear random, there probably is an element of timing that you could try and figure out, but all it's going to do is help you dodge the blades.
Oh my.
I guess that's a wisdom thing, isn't it?
I got.
It'd be, I think it's an intelligence. Yeah, it's an investigation check.
Okay.
I've got a passive of 19.
You have to actively try and okay, this one, then this one, then this one. Like you're working out the timing of it. You know, like the scene in The Rock where he times like the.
Yeah.
It's like no, and he rolls down. It's like that.
Prince of Persia.
Yeah, same thing.
I got the net
Rock's
from
cool.
the
The bowlers.
bowlers. Yeah. Can I
Ooh.
try and throw the net and try and tangle them up so they stop moving?
You can make an attack with it, yeah. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Clog it.
Blend your bows.
So make this as a.
Yeah.
I'd say so. You kind of and you throw these weighted bowlers. You kind of spin them around your head, and you just happen to catch as two of these blades are passing, like their little arms that they're on. You catch the two arms, locks them together, and then as they kind of are pulling against each other, and it's currently holding two of the blades in place.
Nice.
Which means I'll give it -4 on its next attack roll, basically, to anyone in the area.
Oh, they're still attacking.
Yeah, there's loads of these blades. There's like multiple blades.
I see. Minus
So
removed.
and yeah, like by throwing the bowlers, she's like stuck two of them together for now.
Nice.
And I guess stopping those two hasn't stopped the rest of them.
Oh.
They're independent.
That was
They care
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for their
Really
brothers.
good.
Great job. Do you want to do that? Was your action? Would you like
Yeah.
to try and do anything else? I don't know if you can.
No, I don't think I can really do
All
anything.
right. Well,
no.
Quill, this is with a -4 to their attack roll. That is a 17.
Do you still have blade
I rolled a
still
16 plus 1.
I do have blade ward still. Yeah.
Do you?
Yes, it's the end of my
End of
next
your turn. Okay. So that would normally be 4, so it goes down to 2 slashing damage.
That ain't shit.
Don't say that.
Try harder next time, blades.
Bleeding from
Ayla,
Uh,
what do you want to do?
can
Put
I?
your hammer on the ground. The blades will hit that and then stop instantly, right? Just heavy hammer. Strong.
I mean,
heavy
can I
hammer.
try and time it and hit one of the blades when they come near
Yeah,
the door?
sure, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely you can.
I'll do that. I'll
Yeah,
hit.
try and smash it. Yeah,
I'll,
for
I'll
sure.
do a couple of hits at the blades
Oh
themselves.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So you take 2 swings.
That's gonna miss.
Well, you never know.
It was a 2.
Oh yeah,
so-
it's gonna miss.
20.
Yeah, hits. Yeah, you smack. You catch one of the blades as it's passing by. Bam.
So 6 damage.
6 damage to that one. Yeah. Doesn't quite break it. Doesn't quite break it, but heavily dents it. It's the one that the acid kind of melted, and you kind of bent it slightly, but it's still now going. It's nearly destroyed though.
Now
It's like
now
wobbling
bent
like this.
into the bit where I was standing safe.
Don't know if that helps. Sorry, Quill.
You can do it.
Yeah, Scaldy doesn't really want to risk like reaching out because she's pretty
She's pretty
weak,
damaged.
and she knows that you need her to rescue your friend, so she's not going to put herself too much at risk. She's just going to again just kind of hold out an arm like, come on, Quill, I've got you, and like reaches out her hand. Quill,
Okay, I'm moving.
technically it's you and the blades, but I'll let you go first because you're a player.
Beyblade.
I probably have higher decks anyway.
They're basically blade blades.
Moving.
I'm moving. I'm
I believe the correct term is let it rip. Running downtown at the speed of sound, gonna burn. I don't know the rest of the words.
I'm yelling, get out of the way!
And you just run.
Trying to get out the door.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you just throw yourself out
Like
the door.
4 arms holding.
Well, there's been hammers, there's been spells.
Yeah,
shot at
like
me.
Scully like grabs your hand as you're running towards her and she pulls you through. Yeah, and you.
Ah.
The blades continue for a
You're
while.
so lucky.
Okay,
Can
so
we keep taking pot shots at the blades?
Yeah,
while they're-
sure. Yeah.
Can we try? And,
They seem to
can we
stay
try
active.
and-
You don't know how long they're going to stay active for. So if you want to just keep wailing on them, you
Yeah.
all can make
They're
it.
going to
Yeah.
wail on
Can we?
acid splash.
Yeah. So we'll do it as a round. So basically, each of you, whoever's making an attack, so you make an attack. In fact, actually, we won't do that because that's going to be a lot of dice rolling. When really, in reality, what you can do is stand by the door and then just take turns. Like, right, Ayla, smash, smash. Step back, Nova, Quill. You know, like Aerois comes in, smash, smash. Acid, Eldritch Blast.
Well, do you think we
Sacred
can do
Flames.
enough damage in the time it takes for them to disappear?
Yes, I think you can. Because these things don't have a lot of hit points. There is a lot of them, but also you can set your guys. Set your guys up. Like Scaldy can sit there and be like, okay, hit it now. She can give you advantage. I think you guys can take this out.
Yeah.
The main, obviously, the trap was you're in the middle of the corridor and oh god, if all of you had been in there, you're all having to get out and it gets to go twice. It would have done a lot of
I guess we'd have to
damage.
try and pass each other as well.
So I would say that over time, you smash the blades to pieces. Yeah.
There's just mechanisms going up and down.
Yeah, and basically, and after a while, they stop, and it just ends.
Do you reckon it's safe to enter now?
I mean, we know how it's activated
We'll
now.
say it is safe to enter now. We're not. There's going to be no illusions about that. You have defeated the trap. You took some damage, but you've beaten the trap.
I imagine it's exactly like that on the other side.
Yep.
The moment we cross the corner and I guess look at it, or whatever it was that activated it, that's when the...
I'm going to tell you because it was so close to happening. So because it's curved, you didn't have line of sight to the magical sensor on the door that you would have seen with detect magic. That would have gone. There's a person there. Activate the.
So the moment I see it with detect magic, it would have happened anyway.
Yeah. But it's just that's why you couldn't see. That's like you were testing the pressure, and it wasn't that. It was a magical like life form detected. Activate the trap.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I figured it was a mundane trap anyway. That's why I was doing the weighted.
Yeah, the actual
But,
blades were. The blades were mundane.
I imagine it's like that on the other side. So let's not do that again because that was horrible.
There was no blood on the ceiling on the other side there, and now there's lots of blood on the ceiling. Sorry, Quill.
That's mine, yeah. A couple of feathers
that's
attached that I'd like those back.
Do you need to take a short moment?
No, I think...
I don't have much magical energy. I'm sorry.
I have a healing potion if you'd like one.
I think I've got one as well.
Nova's, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never gave you one.
I think I've got.
I did abandon her for death,
you
though,
did.
so I think she can have that.
That's fair.
Payment for.
Moral guilt.
You come back into this beautiful room, this kind of beautiful polished stone. Like this kind of choir music.
Can I try?
Is that driving anyone else crazy?
No, it's beautiful.
No, it's driving me crazy too. It's really.
It's definitely
kinda
old
creepy.
elvish, I feel.
It's just repeating.
Just creepy.
Am I allowed to try again with like transcribing the music, like the words? Like, or is that too like no?
I think that's the best you're going to
From
get.
the words you got, was that?
Because otherwise you could just be like, Mark, I'd like to spend 8 hours here
Yeah.
transcribing.
Well, if I spent 8 hours, I'd levitate across. So
Remember, levitate, you can't go that way. You
yeah,
can
but I
just go
can
up
like
and
push
can
myself
drop kick
across
her.
You can
the
push, you could, yeah.
wall.
We can throw her.
Ayla can punt me.
Yeah.
Just
Cannibal.
cannonball. Can I see this statue of Scast?
Yeah, you all can.
And is she just like being?
Like, yeah, she's
Full bra.
a very, like, offering an embrace. Like, she's
Like,
offering a hug.
Oh, come over for a hug.
and are,
Yeah,
there,
and
Buy a
Her
death.
arms wide.
are there any tiles where she is? Like, so where her statue is? Are there
No,
any
her
tiles?
statue is at the end of the room in a similar to this, where you have like a little bit of space. There's a statue to Siaska at the end, but you just can't see the full details of that room yet.
I mean, the other option is I could thunderstep all the way to the statue.
It's 90 feet. So you could go 60 feet.
I'm 120 feet on thunderstep.
It can go 120.
Yeah, the
Oh,
misty
okay.
step is 30.
Oh, okay.
Thunderstep
I
is
thought
55.
Thunderstep was only 60.
Or we could go through the door
Yeah,
where
if you
we
wanna-
just
you could
smashed.
thunderstep.
No,
Really
it's 90.
don't
You're
wanna-
right. You're right.
It's 90.
Yeah.
So you could still get to the end then.
Okay.
But well, you'd be on the last.
I'd be
row of
on the last,
tiles.
like,
So you would pick one tile and you would go to that one tile at the very end.
Cute.
Let's not split again. I mean, we've got this room available now. The corridor's not
Let's
going
have
to
a
kill us.
little look.
Yeah, let's.
Quill almost died for this room, so I
Yeah,
feel like we
so I'd
should
like
give
to
a
use it,
shot.
please. Almost a gallon of blood.
Just be careful,
Probably not a
little,
So you want to go and follow the corridor into this next room.
Yeah.
Why?
I want to go up to the door.
just be careful, little
Don't like that
shardies
face.
and metal bitties.
So you step in. Is everyone stepping in? Mm-hmm. Okay, just move your.
Okay, cool.
I'll go last.
Uh, Araya, go first, just in case.
Why
happens
Aerois
again.
go
Because
first?
she's very dexterous.
She's very dexterous, actually.
Okay. So you'll begin making your
I'm
way through
pretty
this
dexterous.
corridor. You can have that back.
Ugh,
Wow.
punch that off the table.
You literally.
Ow!
What the hell?
It's just a cup holder, it's not attached
But
anymore.
how was it attached?
I don't know. Whatever it was is how I punched it off.
That way.
How far?
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And stop.
What?
It's a plug hole.
It's an ominous ring. Up
As
there.
you open the door, Ayla, as you open the door, you can see a large open room with a large stone and bronze water basin at its center. In front of the basin, bound by each wrist and their neck in spectral trains, is a ghostly, androgynous figure in long flowing robes and ragged hair. The walls of the chamber are painted in dark colors, and multiple gems embedded into the wall cast a dim glow. And you can just see the spectral apparition, chain bound to each wrist and one at their neck. But the chains just float up into the air and then vanish. But they're just held there by these spectral floating chains. And that is where we're going to take a break. Break time! Break time, everyone!
Why is this
See you in
place so
5. Don't go
awful?
anywhere. We'll be back, I promise. Don't drop off. Come back to the stream. Come back!
Come back!
Go get the
Where are you
ebook.
going?
Hello, welcome back to High Rollers. For this episode, the party have begun exploring the second level of the Night Eye Dungeon Temple. They have encountered a puzzle, which Kim is desperately trying to solve. They've encountered a trapped corridor, which caused some damage and some harm to the party, but eventually was defeated. And now they stare into a large open chamber with a large stone and bronze water basin, in front of which a spectral figure bound in spectral chains, one to each wrist and one from the neck, extends almost up into the air and then vanishes. And you look in. The ghost, this figure, does not seem to be aware of your presence currently. Plunk.
Close the door.
What was that?
Was that what I thought it was?
It seemed to be some sort of spirit, yes.
Do you recognize?
The robes look similar to the ones that the ghosts outside were wearing. I'm guessing that this is one of the spirits of the Night Eye.
But why is it chained up?
Captured.
I don't know. The others all just seem to be aggressive, the ones that we fought. This one, I don't know why it would be captured. Who has captured it? Was it maybe an old prisoner or a traitor, maybe?
Were the chains as translucent and ghostly as...
They seem to be made of a darker hue, however, like a dark, spectral material.
Did I spot, when the door was open, any chains in the room itself? Like actual chains, I mean.
No physical chains. Just this stone
Not
basin.
even like remnants of what could be.
Nope. The walls were completely dark coloured, like a very dark blue. The ceiling as well, and then they had gemstones put into it, almost like stars. Like the gemstones gave off this faint, like starlight, and then it just has this kind of large stone basin filled with water.
And it had Siaskan robes.
Yeah, similar robes to the ones upstairs. Yes.
So I wouldn't say it'll be too peaceful. If it's a prisoner, I imagine it'll be quite distressed, being trapped in there for however many years.
Spirits can be funny things. Sometimes they can be
Stuck in
aware of
time.
what's happened to them. Some of them can be stuck in time, like the ones we saw above. This one could be mad from being conscious for all of these centuries.
I mean,
Trapped.
at the very least, trapped by spectral chains. Like, what could it do to us, really?
We don't really know that.
Why would, if this is a fortress where Siaskan soldiers fought, and I assume they protected, right? Why would they have a Siaskan prisoner?
I don't know. Perhaps
Exactly.
perhaps
That's
it's
a good
been
point.
imprisoned by the one who's been stirring up, this necromancer, perhaps.
Oh, maybe yes. Yes. This could be more recent.
Maybe this is a ghost that resisted the necromancer and he chained her up?
Yes.
If they have a power enough will, they can resist the commands of others.
Or maybe they've been used as an energy source.
So do we want to go have a chat? Maybe?
Or forcing the other guards to do stuff.
Your friend seems quite distracted, and they point to Nova, who's like looking at notes.
I think I would have probably like tried to
Copied
note
it out. Yeah.
down.
You've got like a Nathan Drake style notebook where you've quickly drawn the puzzle very, very quickly.
What's happening, Nova?
I had a theory.
Is this about the room behind us?
Yeah, the nice non-bloodied room.
Right. Did you see the room ahead of us, by the way?
No.
Okay,
There's
fine.
a ghost in there.
Oh, do you think he'd know who the youngest god is?
She is chained up.
She.
Well, we don't know. It could be either.
Yeah, you just saw
We didn't
long
see.
hair, elven features.
Oh,
Do
I
you
see.
think she'd know what the song is saying in the other room?
Likely.
Maybe, but I
They're
mean...
from that time.
We need to... This is where we're trying to go anyway. We can't cross that without seeing what's this.
I can channel the energy into my
makes sense.
lantern. If it does attack us, it will hopefully ward it off.
Okay.
Perfect.
There we go. Let's enter.
I can't
Who
make
wants to
promises,
speak?
but that's how it's worked on other spirits I've dealt with before.
You speak, Quill.
Well, Kalara, would you be best to speak with the...
Who's Kalara?
Kalara, you're not Kalara, you're the priestess of Kalara. Scaldy.
Yes, Birdman.
You probably
Could have called me
know.
Hesper.
You probably know better what to say to the spirit than we do. I know nothing.
Not necessarily. I think it's if I have to also to focus on my lantern requires quite a lot of concentration. It may be better if one of you speaks and I'm ready to ward it off.
And if it is trapped in the war times, it won't know what I am. So probably best not to.
Well, if it's elven, then I think the one most familiar to it would be Master Lucius. You're a high elf.
You.
One of the prime ministers. Yes.
Oh, I don't know what to say. What if we don't have anything in common?
I mean,
Just make something up. If we just need to find out if it's friendly, right?
Yeah.
If the being is friendly.
Okay.
People don't like me very much, so I'm gonna maybe not.
Well, what else around at that time?
No.
They would probably just see me as an elf.
I expect
Okay.
so.
so act with an air of lusciousness, and I think it'll be fine.
I don't think anyone's capable.
Okay, fair enough. You do the talking.
Okay.
I could come with
She
you.
knows what the song says.
I will. If we get along.
Perhaps Miss Aerois can step with him as well. Orcs are a member of the prime race. The two of you perhaps will be the least threatening.
Wait,
Can't hurt.
what if they speak the language of the song? Then what?
Leave. Or see if there's a way round.
Okay.
So you open the door?
What kind of door is it? Is it a knob? Is it a handle?
No, it's like Ayla has to push it open. It's like a split stone door like this.
Right.
So Ayla pushes it open, and then Lucius and Aerois step in. Lady at the front. So as you step into the room, the ghost's head kind of rises up weakly. And you can see these big black orbs for eyes. Obviously, because it's a ghost, there's no colour, and its eyes would have been like Lucius's, all one colour, so it's just black.
Were the other spirit's eyes black?
Any elven ones would have been, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's just because there's no colour to them. Like, normally they would be blue, they'd all be whole blue, but the ghost is just made of shades of grey and white and black.
Okay.
So it's just all black. And it kind of looks up weakly. And there's a moment of confusion as it looks up. You do not appear to be like the others. Who are you? Have you come to torture me as well?
Torture? Absolutely not. We're here to stop that, if anything.
Where have you come from? You are not like the others. You are not remnant.
No. We're
Sorry, he wouldn't say remnant. They wouldn't say remnant.
Court of Shadow?
Yeah, they say, you are not with the Court of Shadows.
No. We are here to rescue anyone that fell victim to them.
At last, a champion of Siaska and the gods has come.
Yes, a whole party of us.
Good. You must hurry. There is an incredibly wicked power at work here.
Yes, what
are in
shackled you?
Yes. She commands a power unlike any I have seen. What is your name?
It is Lucius Virion Elowin Elanasto.
Elenasto. I know that name.
What?
I mean, yeah, your family is descended. It's a long family descendant line.
Good bloodline.
Yeah.
Hey, someone finally knows him.
Strong, proud family.
Yes, I have known a few officers with that name. I am Watch Commander Aerois. I was trapped here by a woman and undead creatures that she rose from the dead. Many of my companions, she's ensorcelled them somehow, made them think that she is a commander, one of us. But even now I can sense it. It is not of Aerois. It is not of anything I have felt before.
Has she taken over the shrine of this place?
Yes. Yes, the shrine is nearby. There are paths to it. But the defenses, the Hall of the Faith, you must be cautious. It is warded against entry.
Yes, we've gathered that maybe the most youthful of the gods could lead the way.
It can be. The song changes. As one moves down the corridor, it changes the order in which you must step on them. Only those that have learnt.
Impossible for any of us to do it then.
Is there any,
It's not absolutely not.
is there any other way to disable this trap?
If you can reach the other side of the corridor, there is you can disable the mechanism. There is also a pathway through the dormitories, but I believe that she has left several of her guardians there.
Oh.
If you can free me, I can assist you. I can give you some aid, but I do not know how to break these bonds.
Where do they lead? To a different plane?
I imagine some far realm, yes. She mocked me when she placed me here. She said the only thing to set me free is the one thing I do not have. A taunt to break my mind, I suspect. I was the only one that was not convinced by her sorcery.
How far into the battle with the Court of Shadows are you?
Oh, I'm well aware that that ended long ago.
Okay, good. Didn't want to disrupt your state of being, but yes, it's been many, many years.
My other companions, the spirits that I've seen lingering here, they are confused, trapped in a time. But I gave my life willingly and pledged for my spirit to remain here to protect the shrine. So I am aware of what has happened.
You're a noble soldier of Siaska, and we thank you.
Thank you, Master Elanasto. Just nods his head weakly. Their head, sorry. He's androgynous, by the way. Like, my voice is obviously a bit more masculine. This is much more of an androgynous elven voice.
Yeah, you did say Andrew. I don't know why. I just assumed.
No, it's fine. I'm making the same mistake. So, and you can just see like the hands are held up, and he's just like,
Maybe it is life that is needed.
perhaps, but I don't.
Quill, you're almost on your way out. I'm joking. It's a joke.
Is it safe
I
to
panic.
Come in? Safe to come in?
Yes. Oh, meet the party of Siaska.
My forgiveness for not greeting you properly.
Understood. So who was it who chained you again?
I do not know her name. A woman in dark clothes and a mask, silver mask over her eyes.
Was she spectral?
No, very real, powerful.
And
Do you understand the song in the next room?
Yes, of course. I was one who created it. It is a protection of my own design. Do you not speak the language of the divine beings?
I'm guessing it's angelic,
Celestial,
celestial.
my dear scholar. There are a number of set phases. You said you believed it to be something to do with youth.
I translated some words and they said starry, guide, youth, bride, bright, lead, and mother. And I guess maybe
You must be quite clever to work it out without understanding the language.
Thank you.
The first verse is our starry sky guide us with the steps of youth. Shine ever bright and lead us to our mother's arms. But as you progress further down the hall of the faith, it can change. It will require you to know different facets of the gods.
Considering you created the trap itself, can you just tell us the answers?
He looks around, he's like, my apologies. I want to trust you, I do. But she has used sorcery to try and confuse me before. If you can free me, I am more than willing to help. If you can prove that you are not working for her in some way. But
How do we know you're not also under her spell, and that releasing you would kill us all?
you don't. But you do not need to release me. If you can release me, I will assist you. All I ask is you stop her. If you truly are children of Siaska and of the other gods, please. She's doing something. I can feel it at the back of my mind. She's corrupting this place somehow.
If you could just translate the song for me or give me a crash course in Celestial, I could give it a go.
I've given you the first verse.
Cool.
How do we release his shackles?
You seem quite smart, Ganassi. You will work it out, I am sure.
Oh, great. Mark, can I have that verse again?
Yeah, do you want to sit here again? Our starry sky guide us with the steps of youth.
Guide us with
you're
the
just filling in the gaps.
steps
Yeah.
of youth.
Shine ever bright
Shine ever bright
and lead us to our mother's arms.
to our mother's.
Kim will go insane if she doesn't solve this
Right
puzzle.
now.
I think I figured out the first panel,
Okay, great.
Okay.
and then it goes dead.
So what could we do to break the shackles?
They don't
Give him
go
something
anywhere.
he cannot have.
That is what she said. The only thing to set me free is the one thing I do not have.
And what about this basin behind you?
It was once used as a scrying pool, sacred, blessed, to communicate with Siaska, to see places beyond these walls. A scrying pool.
Did this
The
person?
waters were blessed. Though, you should be cautious. There was once a guardian of these waters. Perhaps it is still and dormant, but after many long years it may have become restless.
In this room?
In the base.
In the base. Okay.
Oh,
Don't go looking in there.
I suddenly feel very agitated. On edge. How about you heal the shackles?
Heal the shackles.
Did this person say this thing about something you cannot have after they bound you as a ghost? Were you always a ghost?
Yes. Yes, I was a spirit for many years now.
Something you cannot have.
Something I do not have.
Do not have.
Do you have any idea what that thing is?
My will is weakened. It is difficult to think. I
Breath?
cannot think of something.
Heat? Blood?
Did you say you were a force captain?
I was the watch commander, yes.
Commander, did you have a weapon of sorts?
Magic.
Magic?
He doesn't have a life. He doesn't have physical form. He doesn't have...
Yeah, doesn't have physical form, doesn't
Freedom.
have air. Lots of the things Nova said are true. Blood, air, body, loads of stuff. Like life, musculature, bones.
Why
He
is
doesn't
it?
have all of this.
sense of humor.
Yeah.
You wouldn't after you've been locked up like that for ages. Like, that would suck. A squad to control? Oh, I think this is for you, by the way. And I'll hold out the scroll case with a note inside it.
Okay.
And
Chained up.
I'll just like put the note in front.
Wow.
Yes, those were my orders. They were not for me.
Well, they didn't get out of the keep. Just in case you were wondering.
Buddy, are you still bleeding? A bit trickles?
I guess I'm still bleeding a bit. Like,
Yeah, sure.
So,
You've not healed, right? So
well, no.
yeah. I'd say the wound is closed up.
If
you're not
the blood-
bleeding.
I guess the blood in the hallway is still there.
Oozing.
fleck that onto the...
I'd say that if you want to do that, you just have to open the wound and if you wanted to try and rub your blood on it.
It's worth a try, I guess.
Sure.
So sorry if this...
So what are you doing? Walking up to him and then trying to flick it on, or are you
I guess
gonna try and cut the wound? Because you got a big wound, but it's all closed up, it's scabbed over. You could go up and have somebody open it and then try and get the blood over the chain.
I guess I'll...
Would it have closed up? We've not. It's taken us
It's been a couple of minutes, a big gashing wound like that. I'm guessing if it was still open and bleeding, he'd be like.
But I could still just...
I'll tell you what. If you
Bleed
want
on
to do that, get rid of a hit dice, and that will represent you cutting yourself enough to pour blood over a chain.
Sure.
Okay,
Let's do that.
So you move up, and as you begin doing it, you can take a blade with your one hand or something like that, or you hold it in your mouth or
Why
something.
is the weak
I don't
one
know.
doing this?
But you cut
already
yourself.
bleeding.
You coat the chain, and the blood is the only thing that coats the chain itself and turns it solid.
Oh, so do I go through the...
Your hand technically passes, but as soon as the blood coats a part of the chain, you can grab it and it's physical now. Otherwise, it just passed through. However, as you do this for the first chain, and the rest of you see this chain turn solid, a large amount of water begins to pour up out of the basin. Roll initiative.
Oh my god!
I want to go back to the puzzle.
Oh, Hesper.
Oh,
Natural 1.
Oh dear.
I'm going last, and I'm right at the front. I'll
Bloody-
move myself right to the
Oh dear.
front.
So let's see.
It's okay. Oh no, a water thing won't make us bleed too much.
I want to go
will
back
it?
to the puzzle.
You can't. Well, you can. You can run away.
If anyone gets
Alright,
hit by
Ayla.
this thing, run
Press
towards
16.
the eloquence. 3.
Nova,
6.
Lucius,
7.
Wow.
Oriah,
Jesus.
7.
What is happening?
It's a good day to roll dice.
Scaldy's on a 2.
Oh,
She's got no dex.
Do that nat 20
Jesus.
back.
Kawaii desu.
Okay.
What happened?
So
You just
it looks
malfunctioned.
like
It's broken me.
it's go.
Yeah.
So Quill,
Oh god.
This huge kind of like shifting form of water attempts to scoop you up and pull you into it.
Oh, my blood! I need that.
That's a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, that'll do it.
You take 11 points, 14 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are currently grappled.
Oh God. Okay.
You are also pulled into the creature itself.
Oh.
And you are now suffocating.
Is it the same Manhattan? Yeah, sounds like.
It's like an amorphous
You are
blob.
pulled inside of it. You are basically grappled, and you can't breathe.
Jeez.
Yep.
Suffocating is
water
not a
formula
condition,
was
apparently.
No.
So what does suffocating mean?
So that means you can hold your breath. I'll say you get a breath in. So what's your normal? You could do 2 minutes, right?
Yeah,
2 minutes until you suffocate.
fine. I mean, combat's not going to last that long.
Let's hope not.
Well.
Yeah.
It can still crush you. You can feel this pressure as you're basically the water itself is animated and is holding you and can squeeze you. Ayla, your go.
I'm going to rage, first off.
I'm going to read.
I'm going to rage.
No!
What?
Carry on.
Can't hear me.
Oh god.
Carry on.
Lightning.
No.
No, I want to go up and can I hit one of the chains?
Which chain?
The one that Quill put
The other
his
side.
blood on.
Yep. Yep. Yes, you can. Yes, make an attack.
Spectral guard starts fighting. Just
So you
goes
hit
through.
the chain, deal damage, but half it because technically the Howling Gale is not magical enough.
Would my lightning channel into it as well?
Yeah, just do the damage. Roll it all together. But damage don't half. Lightning damage don't half. Weapon damage half.
oh my god.
TPK.
Freaking
Really?
7.
Calling it that early?
7 with the hammer, so half that.
So 3.
It's not
then
this,
5
it's the
lightning.
blades.
It's like
And then
any
5 line.
online game where someone just yells GG
Okay.
the most.
So yeah,
I
the
can
chain begins to break. Yeah, you can make another
Disconnect.
attack if you like.
That'll hit.
Yep, sure. So same again. Although don't get lightning this
so-
time because it's bonus
yeah, of
action
course.
to you. Lightning.
So half of 5.
Half of 5. That's enough. The first chain, tink, the blood kind of snaps the chain itself, and you watch as like, ugh, yes, you've swallowed it. The blood must be what it was.
Break the chains.
I made a
Great.
useful
So that was Ayla's turn. So now we go to Lucius or Aerois. Either one of you.
Have you both got the highest deck?
My
Your higher
dex-
decks.
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right, cool.
So because you were already injured, it was 1 hit dice for you to coat it. Anybody else, it will probably be about 2 hit dice because it would be like a fresh like.
Oh, I see.
basically.
Okay.
You'll have to
Fresh
actually
cut.
be like.
I think I only had
They'll
one
cost
hit
you
dice
dice
left as well.
from the previous
Yeah, sure,
room.
sure.
So
Yeah,
would
if
it
you're
be
injured,
1?
yeah. So it'd be 1 for you. Okay, so Aerois or Lucius,
I'm gonna go.
what would you like to do?
I'd like to, as my action, cast Hunter's Sense on it.
Yeah.
See if it's got any weaknesses, immunity resistances, vulnerabilities.
Yeah, it does. So it is resistant to fire on non-magical attacks. So weapons that aren't magical, it will be resistant to. It is immune to the following: poison, exhaustion, grappled, paralyzed, prone, restrained, and unconscious.
Nice.
It's immune to a lot of stuff. It is animated water, effectively.
Okay,
Cool.
if that makes sense. You can't
And
grapple
then-
water.
Is it like the water elemental?
It's a water weird, which is very similar.
Okay.
weird.
Sounded
weird.
very
And my
similar.
bonus action,
Probably
I
the
am
Y.
going to
YRW.
do Slayer's
YR.
Parade.
Okay, so you're just setting yourself up. Would you like to
Ready.
move?
No, I'm good where I am, I think.
You can stay where you are.
Stay where I am.
Okay,
Set
Lucius.
myself up.
On the one hand, I want to lightning lure Quill out, which would hurt the shit out of him.
Possibly.
On the other hand, and I'm going to do this one,
Yeah.
I'm going to send a 2nd level ice chromatic orb into it in the hopes that I start freezing parts of its body.
Sure. Yeah. Make your ranged spell attack.
I'm going to start with the butt.
I mean, it does not appear to have a butt, but you can guess.
17.
Hit 17 hits.
3d8.
Amazing.
4. 5. 5. 14.
14. And then dichromancy. How much is it for?
5.
So 19 total. Quill, take 8 cold damage. As you're inside this water, as it begins to intensely freeze, as this chromatic orb hits the water, and then, and you can see parts of the water begin freezing. Are you unconscious?
I'm unconscious.
Okay. Constitution saving throw, please. You watch as Quill inside just his eyes flutter closed.
Okay.
8, Constitution, 9.
Can you roll d20 again, please, Quill?
11.
Look, I want to tell him.
Oh, it's fine.
So the cold, as it freezes, the water constricts reflexively, and you feel your ribs become bruised.
Bruised ribs?
Yes, basically, this is the exact same as broken ribs, but you can get rid of it on a short rest.
Oh, thank
I imagine like
But it means
freeze
that
up and
if
then your
you
feet just-
if you come conscious, you have to make that save, or you can't do. Basically, actually no, it's slightly different. You can take an action or a bonus action, but not both, and your speed is reduced by 10 until you take a short rest.
Oh, so actually
It's not as bad.
A lot nicer.
Yeah,
than
it's a lot
broken
nicer.
ribs.
Okay, but Lucius, you did that. You did your necromancy. Anything else you want to do?
panic.
Okay, panic. Nova.
How far am I from it?
You and Scalp are still in this corridor.
30 feet. You're within range to get
To
to him.
go inside it,
Inside it.
yeah.
You'd be 35 feet.
35. No.
You can try and bamf
Are
him
you
out.
trying to get Quill out?
I was gonna thunder step out and
Yeah.
then do damage inside it, but I can't because I'm 30.
Wow, thunder from the inside of it.
Thunder and the lightning.
In which case, can I just move to the corner of the room?
This one?
Yep.
Yes.
Just leave Scalp there.
I think for this turn, I will just stick with an Eldritch Blast. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 to hit, misses.
And a 12 plus 7
Hits.
hits.
So the first one goes wide, but then you catch the second one in like one of these arm tendrils that comes up. You like 2 points. It's magical damage, so it still blasts part of its hand. You don't take any damage, Quill, from that one.
Cool.
The cold is because it's water and it conducts
Yeah,
the
yeah.
freezing cold through it.
That makes
Same as if lightning hits it, by the way.
Yeah.
Quill, could you make a death saving throw for me, please?
Yeah, and can I ask about my air status if I'm unconscious?
19.
19, that's a success.
You are technically drowning. You cannot regain hit points until you get air.
Go.
So you still make the save, you still get the 19,
Cool.
but even if you roll a 20, you don't come back until
It's
you
alright.
get a thing in.
But it'll be 2 death saves, right? But I'd be on
You remain unconscious and you will keep making death saves
Until you're able
until
to
you have
get
air. I believe is how it works.
and be healed.
It makes sense. It makes sense. It's just like ticking away until
Ooh,
eventually you fail
unique
enough.
circumstances like drowning and being dead.
Fine, I'll bamf you.
Bamf me,
Give me a
please.
unique try and pull him out.
We got you, boo. We got
Bamf me.
We
Bamf
got
me.
you, boo.
I don't want to die to a friggin' water elemental.
you.
A frozen.
Of all the things.
Would you rather
be
die
so
to
well
that or the
preserved.
blades?
I think dying to the blades would be nice because it's at least a good meal for you afterwards.
Yeah, prepared.
Although I
like
guess
in a
this is-
freezer for us.
Yeah.
Fine.
If you throw some,
Nice and fresh for when we need it.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Your feathers.
If you throw some spices on this, then I'm like
Could've
basting it, aren't I?
Yeah.
Can you pass me the DMG underneath your books there, Kim? I think it might be in there.
God's sake. Just stand next to some salt. Salt and pepper.
Someone puts a little fire underneath it.
Nom nom nom.
It'll be good soon.
At least it's not trail rations tonight. Or what's it? Slurps, lurps.
Loop spread.
Lurps.
Loop spread.
Rotisserie
Next.
style. Let's spin this bird.
KFQ.
Voxar fried chicken.
Kentucky Fried Cereal.
Yeah, VFQ.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Actually, I might have to use D&D Beyond to quickly look it up.
Well, there's
Because
the
I'm
boiled-
yeah. The last thing I remember reading is when you're on when you are suffocating, if you have no air, you're basically your hit points become 0 and you cannot regain them. But I guess like what if you're just unconscious for like 20 minutes? Like, is it just like you just
Floating
keep making the
around.
death saving throws, and if you keep rolling high enough, you somehow don't die? Like,
Yeah, but I mean,
There's got to be a limit, right?
yeah, like
yeah,
I feel like 20 minutes worth of death saves.
it's
That's the goner.
that's-
Like,
oh, my
that's
fucking
just-
D&D Beyond is updating.
That's
So I
like
forgot
like
to update it.
200 saves.
Right.
Suffocation with
Well,
super.
Yeah,
we
can you
can
just
keep
like
it.
search, like actually who's you've just had a turn, didn't you, Aerois?
No, I haven't had
I've just had a turn.
I'll look at
I'm
it.
going.
No, as in okay, somebody who's just had
Got
a
it.
turn, just look up underwater
he's
D&D.
not doing anything
I'll do it.
just
I'm-
now.
I'm-
He can do
I'm-
it.
Yeah, you can do it. Well, you got a 19, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So after Quill, it's Scaldy's go. We will go 5, 10, 15, and get next to Nova. Yeah, I mean, she'd see Quill's unconscious, right? Like, yeah, she'd save him. So actually, it's not going to be... She knows that he can't regain hit points while he's drowning. So she'll call out, "We need to get him out of there. I can't heal him until he can breathe again."
I'll get him. Maybe. We'll
I
see.
feel like every time you suffocate on a round, you just take damage. So it'll be a fail, dead.
It doesn't say you don't take
At
damage.
the start of its next turn, it drops to 0 hit points and is dying, and it can't regain hit points or be stabilized until it can breathe again. That's all it says. So that's that.
Yeah.
There is no limit.
I think it's
technically.
just a.
But I guess it's you're constantly making death saves,
Yeah.
and you can't be healed. So
Eventually.
also,
So eventually I'm gonna
also
fail
keep in
forever.
mind, if this thing attacks him again, that's 2 death saving throws.
Yeah.
So after Scaldy's go, it is its go. It crushes Quill.
Oh.
So that's what 2 death
Two
saves.
death saves.
Instant
Two
death
death
saves.
fails.
And you just watch as this water kind of like, its arms kind of come in, and you watch Quill's body like, and you watch like his armor begin to like break and snap. His like feathers get pressed against, and you can see it crushing him underwater.
Oh God. Okay.
We can't lose another one.
Ayla,
Can I reach in and
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm raging?
Yep.
Can I try and
athletics
pull
with
him out?
advantage because you're raging.
17, 18, 19, 20,
Ayla reaches in, you grab him, and you pull, and you can feel this thing holding him back. You dig your feet into the ground, the hammer, dung, 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 into the ground. When you pull him, and he kind of launches back behind you.
But not enough to do damage.
You smash against the wall and die.
That's your action, though, is to pull him free.
That's fine. Can I just get him somewhere where he... Can
Yeah,
I
so you just like push him back. You will get an attack opportunity.
Can I... Or no,
Or you can just toss
can I
him behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put him 5
And
feet
then
behind you.
pick up my hammer again.
So technically he'll be about here. And then, yeah, you pick up the hammer. Okay, great. After Ayla, it is Aerois and Lucius's go.
Cool.
Close one.
Somebody...
I can't remember when my turn is.
Somebody heal him.
Problem is somebody has to heal
Somebody
you
has to
because
heal him.
Scaldy's after you. Well, it's Lucius and Aerois' go.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you, boo. I got you. Just go back to Kentucky Fried Chicken.
With Lucius or Aerois, who's going?
I'm gonna go.
All right, go Aerois.
I'm going to smacky rapier time.
So you move up.
Yep.
Move up behind this Guardian.
And I'm going to use get my extra d6.
And you can hear the whole time this ghost is like, Guardian, please stand down. And it just isn't listening to him. Like he's weakly trying to command it to stand down,
Right.
but it's not listening.
22.
The rapier slashes through the water, and the faint traces of magic along the blade arc through it like it's made of flesh.
Yes, so I'm going to use my...
So you get
Slayer's
Slayer's Prey and
Prey.
Sneak Attack, because
Slayer's
Ayla is technically next to
Prey.
it.
Oh, hang on, I didn't do my d8 first. D8
Yeah.
plus 4 first. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yep.
Ooh.
So then Slayer's Prey,
And Slayer's Prey, 4.
15.
And then another 2 for sneak attack.
Wow.
So 16.
Very
Holy
nice.
shit.
Is it 16 or 17?
17.
17.
17. Yeah, so you watch as this blade rips through the first half. Yep, easily done.
Nice.
Okay, you done?
Um,
Got bonus action.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You could get it with your. You can do it with your offhand, but it will have resistance to the attacks. It's not magical.
I'll still do it. I'll do it.
Okay,
anyway.
yeah.
Yes,
go
use
for
my
it.
short
Attack
sword.
roll. Yep.
12 plus 6.
Yeah, hits.
18.
Yep, hits.
And then
so-
d6 plus 3.
Yeah.
5, 8.
8, and then half that to 4.
4.
Yeah, so you watch this like Orion cuts it across with the short sword. Lucius.
I'm going to scramble over to Birdie. Oh, no, 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 Birdie, no! And try and stabilize him
Medicine check.
best I can do.
Boy, roll it.
Natural 20!
Bounce
the mouth!
You open up the beak.
Mouth to beak.
Yeah, because you have to give him air. Like he
Yeah.
can breathe, but you're like pressing his little chest. You're like, come on, Birdie, breathe. Like water kind of like and like water chokes up. You're unconscious but stable.
Oh, so do I have 1 HP? Or?
No, you're at 0, but you're stabilized.
Oh, man.
Nova,
Well, I was going to cast
got you,
Spare the
boo.
Dying.
but you're done.
Oh, you would.
I will, seeing that Quill is back up,
Well, yeah,
Well,
you can see that Lucius has saved him. Yeah,
he's vomiting water.
yeah.
Disgusting.
I'll
Just spray it over your face.
Happier
Probably
alive.
does. Probably does spray it all over your face.
Eldritch Blasteroo. 18 and a 12 plus 7.
Both
so
hit then.
19,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice, good old force damage as well.
5 and a 9, so 14.
14, which is enough. As you watch as these two blasts from Nova's hands, the water just into a fountain and splashes back down into the pool and becomes still.
I did a thing!
Well done, Nova.
Is the bird alright? Quill!
I believe that your friend is fine. He seems safe for now. I'm sorry that I could not help.
Sorry, Birdie, I didn't think.
Well, he's still unconscious. Nobody's healed him. Scaldy can go up and in fact, she doesn't want to use a spell slot, so she's just gonna kind of be like, he just needs time to rest. We should probably take a few moments here.
Okay.
Didn't want to use a spell slot. How fucking kind.
You're not dying, and she's got like 2 left.
There's a big bad woman with
Yeah, there's
silver
this thing
mask.
called managing your resources that some people know about, unlike Mr. Spell Slots!
That's a gift right there. Spell slots.
Well, we have to. You need a short rest to fix your ribs anyway, so I feel like.
Yeah.
And I think that we still need some blood to free this figure here.
I'll do it.
Yes, I don't mind as well.
Quill, we use some equivalent.
It's still bleeding though.
Like ketchup.
We just
He's
dab
not
it.
bleeding. He was never bleeding. He was being crushed.
But is he still bleeding from the time before when he? Oh, damn it!
Is anyone bleeding?
You're gonna have to. Some of you are gonna have to spend some hit dice to do this. So Ayla can do it for
I
one.
can do it.
I'll do
So
it.
you
I'll
take
do it.
one,
No, I'll
and
do
then
it
it's
because
2 for you,
It's 2
Nova.
for you to do it, so I'll do it.
Because you have to basically cut a fresh wound.
I'll do
Wouldn't
it.
my blood have gotten into the water elemental and then it exploded?
Watered
Can we
down.
just get it off the ceiling in the other room?
I know that DM shouldn't say no, but no.
I'll do it.
So 1 hit dice for Ayla, you get the other chain. You're not in combat now, so it doesn't take you long to just and break the other, and then it's just the one on the neck.
I'm
So
gonna ready an action to attack him if he attacks us.
okay, so there's 1
Is
left.
it- Can I
Scaldy,
not do the other one with the?
no, it's literally 1 per chain. You've got to smear your blood over this chain to get a large enough area to strike.
Where's your hit dice pool in this?
Tap the wrist.
I think you just need to take note
Have a
of
short
it.
rest.
So am I conscious now?
You're still taking a short rest, so this is you're not conscious yet.
Oh, okay.
I could.
I don't have any hit dice left though.
If you can do it, Miss Nova, then that would be.
I can do it. Let
If
me
you-
do it.
I-
It was me that put Birdie in that precarious situation, so blood for the blood god.
So 2 hit dice.
Which god is that? And is she the youngest?
So Lucius, this is actually a pretty big deal for Lucius. Like, what do? Like, you have to bleed enough to like smother a part of this chain.
Take my gloves off. Put them
Lucius,
far away
I
from
can do it if
staining.
you want.
No. But do cut me, because I can't cut myself.
Definitely not going to do that. I'd rather just do it to myself.
I'll do it.
Big deep gash, and it hurts like gripping onto this chain and like smearing your blood.
You took 3 fingers.
You didn't have to cut so deep!
Don't cry about it. It's fine. I've got bandages and stuff. Don't worry.
And Nova, do you want to break the chain?
yeah.
So you can just with Tiangong, you can just cut through it, and as the 3 chains are both broken, the ones around his wrist just vanish, and he kind of slumps to the ground, this spectral form. You see him, they look up and they look at their hands, and before their hair was ragged and their clothes seemed dirty, and now a bit more light seems to flow into them, and their color changes from this dark black and gray to a slightly more bluish hue, and he kind of like rises up, or they keep rising. Need to keep referring to the they. They rise up, and you see this elven face kind of look, and he's like, thank you so much. I'm sorry about your hands, but they will heal in time. Thank you. I can now give you whatever aid I can. I can lead you past my wards in the Hall of the Faithful. I can also, if you permit me, I can journey alongside one of you in your body and offer you some protection against the evil magic that this woman wields.
Maybe the...
I will not use my powers to take control of you. Of that, I give you my word.
Yes,
I mean,
It will be
if we're
easier
gonna
the
say
one who
who's
is
the
unconscious.
squishiest,
he does have bruised...
Let us wait for him to recover. I do not wish to do this against his will.
yeah, we should probably ask him before we let a ghost go into his body.
Could you translate the song for me?
I can do better than that. I could lead you across it.
Okay. But can I make a guess?
Of course.
Are the first 2 sets of tiles the youngest gods? Are they Sayana and Palador?
You are very correct.
That
And
was
that is why-
piercing.
That was so
That's why reading books is a
God.
good thing. See? It does come. I shouldn't.
Yes! When they would have changed, as you reached the middle section, it would have asked you for the eldest. The song changes. And then the last section, it would have required the middle children.
The middle children are Velina and Zephyr?
Esper.
And Hesper.
And Hesper, no! But then Autolycus and Kalara.
They are the eldest.
Books!
But,
So, Tom, if you want to spend a short rest, if you want to spend hit dice,
I don't have any.
you have no hit dice.
No.
You are on 1 hit point.
Oh.
I didn't realize you had no hit dice. That's pretty funny.
I only had one left when
Yeah.
I spent
You
it.
had to
I didn't
do it.
realize.
I've
Why did you let yourself spend it? We could
Because he's
have done
Tom.
it.
He's Tom.
I solved it, and also
Spell slots. Pew pew pew.
I
hit
got
dice.
deep into it by that
My
point.
apologies, Quill. I did not realize that you were so injured. I have a little magical healing left, but I thought to save that for later.
I don't have any potions or anything.
I've
for
got,
you,
I've
Will.
got 2 points of healing.
Here!
What's
Uh,
is that? A healing slav?
no, it's a potion.
Oh,
Slav.
Use the slav.
I've got
The
it.
slav takes
I've got
longer
it.
to use.
Solve.
I've got it.
Solve.
Slav.
I've got one.
Solve.
It's called Rose Meadows Healing Slav.
Depends if we want.
DM's rules.
Do you want me to use the slav?
I got 1 potion. I'm dancing around. By the
I
way.
mean, is that the only potion? You're very cheery.
Lucius starts dancing too.
Quill!
What?
She did the thing. She got the knowledge.
The what? The puzzle?
Yes, she figured it out.
The puzzle? Nova's back.
Nova's
Nova's back, and look, she's smiling.
You're back.
Books, knowledge.
Okay, I was a little bit wrong on one thing, but that's fine. I'm sure I would have just taken some
Taking a
damage.
short rest, aren't we?
But you
Yeah,
got.
if you want to spend your
most
hit
of it,
dice,
right?
you can.
And I'm sure with you guys, I would have figured out the rest of
I'm
it.
so happy to have you back, Nova.
I reckon you could have done it on your own.
I
Don't
mean,
forget to add your con
I
modifier
wouldn't
each time you
do
spend it.
anything.
Do you want this potion?
how many do we have?
This?
Is that the only one?
It's the only one I got.
It's either you save it and get knocked down again, or you go into this final
Sweet.
battle with this masked lady with the most strength you can have.
How is everyone else doing?
I'm fine.
I'm fine. I'm just bleeding profusely. I feel woozy.
But
I need to sit down.
okay, if I.
back.
Scaldy probably bandages your
I do-
hands
I
for you,
choose
so you're not bleeding.
I've only got 2 HP
something.
off.
Oh,
I'm fine.
That's part of the short rest.
Yep.
Totally fine.
Because I was probably going to do a prayer of healing. A level 3 prayer of healing.
You could still do that.
Spell slots.
Or you could
I've
just,
got- I
or
say
you
you-
could just cast level 3 cure wounds on yourself.
But it's the same. It's weird. It's like 3d8 on myself or 3d8 on
Oh yeah,
everyone.
well yeah, because it's
But it
10-minute
takes 10
cast time.
minutes.
Yeah, yeah, you could do that.
I just used my hit dice.
So did Aerois.
I don't need
But I mean,
You can still do it.
Would I have done this before the
No,
rest?
no, the short rest you were unconscious. You woke up at the end of it.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. How's Lucius doing? I guess
I'm fine.
you're fine.
I'm fine.
I'm whimpering about my
So
cut
just
hands.
kill yourself.
How's Scaldy?
So you could take a heal.
How's the ghost?
Ghost is fine,
Dead.
floating around.
I mean, it'll take 10 minutes. I may as well just
Sure.
do a prayer of healing.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah.
and I know it's burning a spell slot.
Use
but-
your resources.
I mean, I've saved
No, no.
level 3 spell
Yeah, no,
slots
absolutely.
specifically for healing.
Yeah.
So 3d8 plus 4.
Are you gonna?
God!
Delicious.
18.
That was a big globule.
Glob of phlegm.
I think some of it's on the wall.
Oh no.
You're horrible.
We can probably switch the camera back, by the way, see it as well. I just realised that like you guys are all super tiny. 'Cause you guys are just going to jump past this puzzle now.
26 healing for everybody.
26. Scaldy's at full.
6 people.
Cool,
Damn
I
it.
was full already.
Oh wow.
2 HP for me. I'm at max.
But for the stats, I want it to be known that I just did 26 healing 6 times.
Yep.
I want that.
No, that
was
doesn't
at full
count.
It
I
counts.
was
Does
at
not
full
count.
It
health.
counts. Of course it
Full
counts.
health.
That's not my fault.
I was on full health.
That means you
for-
don't heal them, you know.
I put
So
the
you've only
numbers there.
healed yourself and
You've only healed
Scaldy.
I put the numbers out.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it heals them though. In
don't
WoW, you wouldn't get that.
You've healed Lucius 2,
Right.
Scaldy, and you.
Is
Anyway,
this World of Warcraft?
so you spend 10 minutes. You cast Prayer of Healing. The ghost Eloquist just kind of floats around, waiting for somebody to accept him or accept them into their body.
Oh yeah, he can go into someone's body, and I figure since you're the squishiest.
Why would
Gives
this?
you protection.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Yes. It will not harm either of us.
What about when he wants you to leave his body? Do you just leave?
I will gladly depart.
Before you do,
Yes.
what's your favorite color?
Strange question, but perhaps dark blue, like the night sky?
Dark blue doesn't quite align, unfortunately. But that's fine. How do you feel about burnt orange?
I have no preference.
They're complementary on the spectrum of color.
That's true.
Yes.
I feel like we'd be
Very well,
great for each other.
if you are sure.
As long as you are.
Yes.
Will I feel anything?
He possesses your body. Are you resisting?
No.
And he possesses you. Whilst you are possessed, you have resistance to psychic and necrotic damage.
And also, his arm comes out of my
You get a third arm.
No ghost
third
arm.
arm.
No ghost
How
arm.
dare
Yeah.
No ghost arm. But you can hear Eloquist's voice. You can hear their voice inside your head. But it's not overpowering.
Okay.
It just kind of sits at the back. You can ask them questions. You can speak to them anytime you wish. The others can't. Only you can.
Okay, but if they speak to me, they speak to Telecus
Yes,
as well.
he can hear them. Eloquist,
Telecus,
yeah.
Eloquist, yeah.
Eloquist.
Eloquist, are you now Quill?
I will leave this to you.
He will leave this to you.
You can hear him?
I can hear him, he can hear you through me.
Oh, that's nice.
Hi, Aliquist.
I say hello back.
He says hello back.
Yay.
He said that, actually.
Yay.
They, if you don't mind.
They, Eloquist.
I find it quite odd that you have this very distinct split between these genders. The old elves that I knew, we just were us. It's very odd to me.
We should be more accepting.
It's just quite curious. I find it interesting.
Make the most of company in your head. It's quite nice.
Missing Night Frost.
Anyway, let's move on.
So untactfully, just like,
so,
I'm an asshole.
so mega blunt.
You don't care.
I know, it's funny. So, what's the plan? What do you guys want to do? Head back.
Follow his lead. I guess.
Eloquist says in your mind, I can lead you across the safe tiles, and then we can deactivate the Hall of the Faith.
I feel like we have to go across the puzzle because Nova might explode if we don't.
I'm just still dancing around.
As I mentioned, they did leave. I believe I heard her mentioning to her guardians to remain in the dormitories.
And the
Can
guard-
we just assume that we hear
I'm saying this. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'm trying to say it over him, so sometimes it comes out really weird sounding.
Is there anything at the back of the room?
No.
Okay.
There's no doors. Okay. No. Wait, is there anything
Is
else of
There
note?
perhaps once was, but I've changed my mind.
Okay. Is there anything else of note in this place before we carry on down that way?
This was once just used as a scrying area.
Can I take some of the gemstones out of the wall?
I would prefer if she did not do that. If Aerois is like going up and is like,
All right, no, please.
They are
don't.
beautiful gems. Be a waste.
Okay, I understand.
What about the other side? We saw another corridor on the other side.
leads to the dormitories. I ordered the injured there, but
The
she is-
injured
during the battle.
will have.
Well, I believe this woman, whoever she is, has risen many of them up as her guardians. She has stationed them there while she conducts her business in the shrine.
Okay, so not that way. Nova?
Books, 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 yes!
Well, at least it's better than how she was behaving before. I much prefer this one.
That's very true.
Mm-hmm. It's
It's going to get real tiring though.
It's actually a lot more enthusiastic than before. But do you want to cross the floor? Then let's go back to the main room.
Yeah, we're not going to move around miniatures and stuff. So you make your way back
I want
to
to
the
move Nova's
Hall of the
miniature
Faith.
exactly.
Please don't. Please don't. With your knowledge and Eloquist's guidance, you can easily cross the chamber. As you reach the second stage, the chorus changes, and you hear the song change, and then as you reach the next checkpoint, it changes again, indicating that you would have had to have changed which gods you could step across. It is the youngest gods, Sayana and Palador. When you reach the middle section, it's the eldest, Kilara and Atelicus, and then eventually it is the three remaining gods to reach the far side. On the far side of the chamber, you see there is the statue of Siaska in a small antechamber stood in front of a large golden set of doors. Behind the statue, which is quite large, it's about 10 feet or so, behind the statue itself, there are three bodies, skeletal remains in armor and robes, You can see that one of them appears to be some sort of elf in robes. One is a dwarf, and the other is a halfling. And their equipment is all rusted, save two things. The elf clutches a beautiful wooden instrument, a bandolore, a type of multiple-stringed lute, many-stringed lute. It is beautiful. It is engraved with symbols of the star, of the stars, and of Siaska. And the sky, you can see it kind of has like an air theme around it as well. And it's just clutching it in its arms as if he died playing, or they died playing. The dwarf has a pipe engraved with lots of monsters, like a smoking pipe, and it's got all different monsters engraved onto the side of it, and it looks pristine. Both of them look pristine.
Oh, interesting. I think I know what the pipe is.
Any iron sloths on it?
No. Technically, they wouldn't exist during their time.
Technically.
Fascinating. You think the wood would rot away?
Do you think it's something cool that we should take? Probably.
Can anyone play a stringed instrument?
Nope.
Can I play this?
I mean, Eloquist, is there anything about
Does
this?
Eloquist know what it is?
This was a dear friend of mine. They carried this instrument with them. It was enchanted.
It was. Oh, then
did.
we should leave it.
No, you should take it. It has no purpose here. It is not sacred like the gemstones. This was meant for somebody to play. I would be sad to see it rot and remain here.
Quill, can you not?
It's not a lute. It's a bandolore.
What, do you know what it does, Eloquist?
I remember that they were able to channel spells through it. They could replicate spells and effects. But you do need to know how to play it. They were a bard of sorts.
I know how to play the lyre, but not the bandolore.
You could give it a go. I mean, it's not too dissimilar. I mean, it's still a stringed instrument. You might not be super proficient with it, but you could play a tune on it.
Just open strings.
What
Yeah.
about the fancy pipe?
That, I'm afraid, the dwarf here, he was a friend, but I don't know him very well. But I do recall the soldiers telling stories of conjuring amusing images through smoke. Perhaps it is through this pipe.
Dangerous
Who knows
habit.
what it is. Kim put one in the horror one shot, but you guys never found it.
Oh,
But yeah,
cool.
yes, please take them. They have no purpose laying
You
here.
want to take the bag a bit?
I mean, if Eloquist says they're okay, then sure. I mean, haven't played anything for a very long time.
You can take it.
Sure.
Yeah, if you just pick it up, I mean, obviously it is a magic item. So if you want to learn what it does, you will either need to cast Identify or spend a short rest with it.
Do you need two hands to play it though?
Quill will have some difficulty playing it.
Oh shoot, yes.
Can I not just put it on the floor and then just ding?
I think that it will be difficult to play, but you can use its effects and abilities. But if you want to actually do a musical performance with it, it will become tricky.
I probably wouldn't anyway. I don't feel like Quill's a musical performer type
Bard.
of bard. Yeah.
You're more
In fact, I would say that, yeah, actually, what you might need is to be able to, use its magic item abilities, maybe some sort of sling designed for it, so you can kind of use your side without your arm to kind of adjust it. The sling holds the weight, and then with your free hand, you play it.
Okay. Just pluck a couple. I've got no idea what bandolore is, by the way.
Yeah, did you not hear me tell him what it is?
Yeah.
I was too
It's
busy.
It's like a lute, but with many strings. It's got like 12 strings on it, and it's got a big, deep, rounded.
Whoever
bottom
you
section.
searched for was
That's not how you
Are you
spell
searching for
bandolore.
Bangalore from Apex Legends?
No.
I will show you a picture later.
I've
Thomas.
googled bandolore, and let me tell you, that ain't what came up.
I will show you later.
there was shirtless man there, but I don't know what he's Googled.
I don't know.
I don't know how to spell it.
So it's fine. We'll add it to. It's on D&D Beyond and stuff
Sure,
anyway.
sure,
so,
sure.
But yeah, are you going to take the time to cast Identify?
Not
You
yet.
can do it as
I mean,
ritual as 10 minutes, but
Oh, it's one of those. Cool. Yeah, I may as well, sure. I mean, if we've got 10 minutes, are we progressing on?
Well, yeah, I guess. Continue on our merry way.
has anyone taken the pipe?
I'm not taking that pipe because it's bad for your breath balloons.
Your what?
Balloons?
Yes, your breath balloons.
What's breath balloons?
Your breath balloons.
Oh.
Oh my god, see?
I got it straight away, and then I was waiting for the bit to drop.
Oh. Your
That's it, yes.
Ree's just dying. She's holding it in so
I've
bad.
got a pretzel in my mouth as well, and I was probably spit it everywhere.
What do you call the organ that pumps all the blood through your body?
Your hearty, obviously, yes. I know what that is, that's silly.
What about the organ that makes the urine?
Your pea pot? I don't say it. Silly.
No, not that bit. The bit. No, never mind.
Why are we talking about this? There's an evil necromancer.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Breath
just
balloon.
fascinated by your biology.
How Nova?
Now, your knowledge of biology.
Can we move along?
Let's move along.
Well, the door in front of you, this gold door, appears to be locked. There is a star-shaped keyhole.
Can I take the pipe?
Yeah, you take the pipe. Yeah. Write down pipe.
Pipe.
Yeah. I mean, you can actually write down, because I think it's an uncommon item, you can add pipe of smoking monsters or something like that, I think it's
Yeah.
called. Ooh, of smoke monsters, that's it. Pipe of smoke monsters.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's like a really silly
I
word.
really wanted you guys to find it in the one shot.
It's one of those things where its ability is kind of lame. It's just like a fun
Yeah.
roleplay item. It's
Aw,
funny.
That's adorable.
You can make a dragon appear over a small shire.
Basically, yeah. It's the Gandalf pipe, basically. So the gold door before you, but it appears to be locked. There is a crystal keyhole in the shape of a star.
She's
Yes?
thinking.
Crystal thing. Scroll case.
Nova, volume levels lowered,
Yeah,
please.
Please.
I have a crystal.
Not tone, volume.
Bitch.
I'm so confused.
What?
I have a crystal key.
Do you?
Excellent.
It was on the
Use
end
it.
of the
It's in
scroll
scroll
case.
case
Yeah.
that I showed the commander.
Eloquist?
That is the key that opens the
That's
door.
the key. I was expecting us to have to go through the other room, but
I did
you did a second thing.
I can't, like, when you guys went down that corridor and found that little caved-in area, I was like, damn, like, because like, you could have got to this door and then be like, don't have the key. Where is the key?
Backtrack.
Backtrack time. Yeah. So you pop the key in.
Go for it.
Yeah, just it unlocks. You hear like the heavy
Crystal
scraping of
key.
stone as you pull open these like stone, gold inlaid doors. It leads into a dark corridor with your light. Your torch would have burnt out now, but so we're kind of going off the light spells and stuff.
Sorry, Quill, I'm going to have to change from red.
The door leads into a short hallway with portraits of Siaska and the other gods painted onto the walls. Faded, but still vibrant in many places. Rich tapestries, though now faded and worn thin, hang and drape down the sides. The other door at the far end of this short chamber, which is about 20, 30 feet wide. The doors and the walls are very thick here, however. The door at the far end is ever so slightly ajar, and a very cold wind or breeze flows through. It feels icy cold.
I guess being underground. That ain't right.
It's a giant fridge, and there will be snacks.
Frozen chicken.
Proper meal deals.
Real deals. It's a Tesco.
21 hours.
Is there a sign above the door that says Tesco?
No,
It's a neon light.
It's actually Asda.
Sainsbury's local.
no,
Aldi.
no,
Morrison's.
Little.
Is it really fancy and it's Waitrose?
Walmart.
no.
My immersion.
There is no sign above the door,
Damn it.
but it is ever so slightly ajar. But there's no noise. You can't hear anything.
Doesn't
there's no
say
light.
Bad guy's lair above.
I'm
Damn.
growing more concerned that this necromancer is aware of our presence.
Scaldi, her eyes are just dead focused on this door. Something is not right about whatever is in there. I can't. As a priestess, I can normally at least feel the god's presence, but something's very wrong. And Quill, you're getting the same vibe. Like, you still have that connection to Hesper. You don't think your spells won't work, but
Yeah.
whatever is behind that door, the gods have stayed very fucking clear of it. There is no presence.
It's a little.
Eloquist. This cold, this icy, is this...
Created by her.
emanated from her?
All I can feel is that she is corrupting the shrine.
Can I do primeval awareness, please?
Yeah. What does it do?
So I can sense if there are any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elements, fae, fiends, or undead behind the door.
All the things. What
I will
about
say,
house?
you actually no, you don't think that there are any of those creatures behind that door. But
But
whilst there are no creatures, there is a planar presence there.
done with
There is something about this room that is not of this world.
Oh, shit.
It makes sense because Quill, you said Hesper couldn't see the woman in fire or chains, and
Couldn't see the vision, no.
but that was linked to a portal to the bad place.
And
But-
Nova, as you're saying this, there's that feeling from Tiangong. The shard is in there.
Oh, of course.
preparing the thing.
It might be another gate.
There might be another gate.
God.
Well, I think Hesper could still see the gate, though. I think they're staying away from this because of its immense power, not because of they can't see it.
If the gods are steering
Either
clear
way.
of this place, why are we here?
Because we're real dumb.
Is this the kind of thing that you were involved with before? Is this similar to the sort of thing that...
We don't know. We can only assume until we go.
Honestly,
know that
I
you
don't
might-
know what we're doing ever. Because
I know that you might be scared, but and I appreciate that perhaps this is more involved than I thought it would be, but whatever is in there, we must stop it. I can't turn back now. Whatever it is, if it enslaved Aerois, if it's disrupted these spirits, it's obviously powerful, and it obviously means no good to the living. We must put an end to it.
Do you sense anything, Aerois?
Nothing more than I have seen before. It is the presence of the woman who entrapped me.
Very well.
Woman in the silver mask.
As Watch Commander, Aerois, what would you suggest?
Caution. Make sure that you are prepared for a fight. But be bold, be brave. To show weakness now, I do not believe that will help us.
I can't get rid of my hair.
Did the woman have any insignias on her? A badge or a brooch or...
Torn clothes. Like a uniform of the Court of Shadows, but left shabby and worn.
Silver mask.
A silver mask, beautiful, intricate. Covered all of her upper face. You get a flash of this woman in your mind, Quill, as this memory is shared with you. Long, dark, raven hair, but her entire, the mask encapsulates her, the whole top half of her face, including both eyes. But she seemed to be able to see in Aerois' memories, but just no visuals, just complete silver, intricately drawn, almost like swirling patterns, like galaxies.
Purple?
No, silver.
I mean, but were the designs, were they purple?
No, it's all
Or etched
silver,
in?
just all etched in silver.
Okay, so I can't tell if it was like
Or like a
style
silver relief, not etched in, but like a silver relief, like piped silver around to create
Yeah.
these forms. Long dark hair. The clothes were very similar to the Court of Shadows knights that you fought in the starship, but left tattered, not kept in good condition.
Tall person?
Fairly tall. Maybe around sort of 5'7", 5'8".
So I guess it's safe to
That's
assume that mask is magical of some form.
Yeah, maybe. But we should be brave.
have you seen what kind of abilities she has, what she can do?
Only the ability to... I approached her, but before I could do anything, she bound the chains to my wrist and neck. She seemed to have incredible command over the undead.
What about the Guardian? She seemed to control that as well.
I think that the Guardian was more being left alone for so long, and the nature of the corruption to this place, I think that is what aggravated it. It was not trying to kill you on purpose, but rather just lashing out,
To defend you.
perhaps.
Well,
What if I did a distraction before we went in there?
like what?
You said Court of Shadows, right? And there might be a portal back there. I could pretend I'm Callus Starbane.
Oh, with your illusion?
I can disguise myself.
do not have that ability. You created a monstrosity of a cow.
Well, I can do that, but anyone clever enough will see right through it. No, I can disguise myself.
Try it.
Would did you communicate there's a shard in there, or no?
There's a shard in there.
Would Tiangong have any power over that shard? I mean, you've got the base part of it, right?
Yeah, but I never imagined there was, like, how
Maybe.
I only have one. I don't know how, if he needs if they need a time or a ritual or a glue. I can't guarantee it.
Okay.
Nova, in your mind,
Oh,
single word, almost as if responding to Quill's questions. If Tiangong's listening in. Call.
Tiangong says call.
Cool.
It's fine.
Call the shard? Cool.
You don't know?
I mean, you've got the handle.
You speak to him in your mind, right? Can you see if you can reach out and do the spooky mind thing?
Maybe try and summon the shard in the same way that you talk to Tiangong.
Okay. I'll just hold the dagger out and then just shut my eyes and...
Nothing happens. You don't even know what this thing looks like. You're trying to imagine it in your mind, but it takes many different forms. You're not quite sure what it could look like, and that doesn't seem to have any effect. I'll say that knowing that you being a warlock and knowing the nature of your pact and things like that, you think you might have to see it, and then you can try and communicate with it. Because Tiangong, you know its presence, you know what it looks like, and that gives you power with it. You need to see this other shard. You need to know it.
Nova, you seem to be thinking a lot.
I don't think it's working. I got a headache.
Try the callus thing. At
Okay.
the very least, it will distract them for a moment so that we can get in there.
What about the rest of us? Do we...
I feel like we don't really have much choice. We're just gonna have to.
We'll have to spring the trap as soon as this disguise is dropped.
It's probably gonna drop pretty quickly because I don't really know how much I could really convince someone that I'm, like, visually, but emotionally.
Well,
We'll
this
be right.
person won't know how Callus got here,
And
and that's
this,
something
yeah,
you know.
I will explain another thing about disguise self. It does not disguise your voice.
it doesn't disguise my voice.
We'll do an impression of Callus Starbeam.
Vala, my daughter,
It's good, but it's a little high.
what are you doing here?
Just try not to
Don't
say
talk.
anything.
Just don't talk.
Just trip them up.
Look really menacing. Just
Yes.
look threatening enough that you don't have to talk.
So just sweep
Imposing
in.
presence.
What if we held
Glare.
Callus captive? No, that wouldn't work. It'd never work.
Let's get the jump. It'll be our turn to be the trap for once. And they'll be the trapped ones.
I mean, Lucius, you said that you're pretty sure she knows we're here.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's another
So
thing.
let's just go with it.
Let's just. I'll
Just everyone ready yourselves, and we'll
Element of surprise, I guess.
exactly. Let's go.
So, what's the plan? Are you just going to all charge in at once? Are you going to send Nova ahead of you? Are you... I need to know.
Nova first, and then we're right behind.
So you just step in behind Callus. You're going to disguise self, and then
I guess
everybody walks in together.
I guess I go in,
And then they
see
come in
what
behind
happens.
you.
You guys have my back.
Yes. Okay.
Are you going in with Nova, though, or are you going to try and hide in this room? There's very vague terms being thrown around here.
I think we hide in this room until something bad happens.
Okay, so you're all going to hide, and then Nova goes in
Immediately
first.
then, right.
Okay, right. So everybody make stealth checks if you're hiding.
Okay. Starboard, Callus, starboard.
Oh, it's cocked.
This is a terrible idea.
17.
17,
14.
14, 10,
15.
15. And then Nova, you disguise self. Is that your new invocation, the one you swapped out, or is that a different one?
Yeah,
You're just gonna cast Disguise
It's an
Self.
Eldritch Invocation,
Yeah.
so I can cast it without using a spell
Mask of Many
slot.
Faces.
Yes.
Yeah. The old
everything.
Trelemar.
Yes. Oh yeah, of course he had it.
He loved it. He loved it. It's his favourite thing.
So yeah, I guess I would use Tiangong to, like, I'd move Tiangong down me, and as the dagger moves past me, I transform into.
It's like casting a wand
Very
over
cool.
yourself kind
Yeah.
of thing. And you watch as, it's a perfect replica of how you imagine him, how you remember seeing
terrifying.
him.
He's
Like-
magnificent.
Nova being
But the thing is
Nova,
because it's disguised self, anything that's like, if he's taller than you, the height above you is all illusion. Like, you have to base the illusion
Yeah.
around yourself.
I guess he would be taller than her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
Oh, yeah.
Nova's head is technically like where his like top of his chest is and neck is,
Right, where
and then
his
she
balls
disguises
are.
it around him. and stuff.
Thanks, Phil. Just had one cool thing and that was it.
All right. And then you're
Imagine
gonna,
like my hair is like his face.
and then you're gonna step in.
Do it.
God, why am I doing this? Why did I say I do this?
Do it.
You step in.
Deep breath. I sort of move my shoulders back, assume an arrogant posture.
You have to pull the door because it's only slightly ajar. You pull the door, open it, and then step through. As soon as Nova steps through, she vanishes from the U4, and then I'm going to explain what Kim sees. Once this place would have been a glorious temple to the Star Mother. White granite walls inlaid with veins of glittering crystal, rich drapes of dark blue fabric glistening with thousands of stars. But any peace and serenity these walls had has long passed. The back wall of the room has collapsed, and a large metal chest protrudes from the wall. The vague shape of limbs and armor behind the stone, the center of which is made from a thick-looking crystal, and a faint, glowing shape of a tri-bladed throwing disc can be seen behind it, matching in style to Tiangong. However, a strange, thick, black, inky substance has spread out like an infection across the other walls and much of the floor, turning the room into a sweeping, endless space of empty blackness that absorbs all light into a void of nothing. A numb chill spreads throughout the room, filling you with a trembling sense of futility. At the center of this void is a woman, her skin pale white with thick veins of pulsating blackness. Her clothing bears a resemblance to the remnant forces you have fought before, but are torn and shredded, and a mask of silver covers her eyes, her lips painted in dark crimson. What have we here? Her voice echoes across your mind as her lips move. A little candle clinging to life. The rest of you, as I said, Nova steps through in this disguise, and then blackness just kind of comes up. It doesn't look solid, but you can't see whatever's in this room.
That's not good.
So
We must go.
Go.
Let's go now. Let's go now.
I'm rushing.
You all kind of step through and feel this agonizing cold cover your bodies as you and it's almost like a membrane that you have to push through. And as you come out the other side, you see the same thing. This room that would have once been beautiful, but now the walls and the ceiling and the floor are covered in this infection-like blackness that's just black void. It just absorbs light and everything it touches into nothingness. And it seems to stretch on out for eternity. And the only physical thing that remains is this chest, this metal titan's chest, hovering in the middle of nothing with this pulsating blue Tiangong-esque throwing disc, like a throwing star, right in the middle. And this woman just looks, and the mask kind of completely hides her eyes and face. I see a few more little lights come to join me. Have you come to preach at the temple?
No.
What a shame. Still, you will serve a purpose. And she takes a step back. She holds out a hand, and an enormous blade of energy, dark red, like an enormous lightsaber, like a Kylo Ren, like it's as tall as she is, 5, 6, 7 feet tall.
Tall.
Then let this begin. And that's where we're going to end today's episode. Fucking look at this one. I love it.
My heart is
good.
beating so hard I can feel it in my feet.
As I was describing that, and Rhiannon just goes,
It's so fucking cool.
that is the best thing a DM can ever get as a reaction. When you're like describing this cool thing, and then a player just goes,
I was that, but like
so
for
bad.
different reasons.
Yeah.
I thought I was just gonna get annihilated in one blast.
well, yeah, I mean, it was like,
It was dumb.
So did we get the feeling of being like transported, or is this just the next room on? Like,
no, you think you're still in the, you think you're still in the Night Eye?
okay.
But it's like it's been taken over by
Another plane.
This room
Dark
versus
space.
the last room is just infection and
Yeah.
darkness and blackness.
I had a horrible.
You
thing.
played Destiny thingy, right?
Yeah.
You know, like when you went into those rooms where all that void stuff spills out.
yeah.
It's like
Oh,
that.
that's very
Like this
cool.
kind of like creeping blackness that just
But it's
dominates.
filled with void
Yeah.
and stars. Oh, very cool.
Good
Very
job,
much
Mark.
that.
That was fantastic.
No,
Can
it's 2
you
weeks.
get the donation up on the iPad?
Yeah.
Because I can't really read that.
That'll be 2
Yeah,
weeks.
there-
There's no way.
I can't
Yeah.
either.
Oh my God. 2-week break.
Yeah.
Lol, lol, lol.
Shit. Wait, is it 2? Wait.
Yeah, well,
One-
it's Twitch
well,
and then
1 week break.
1 week break
Yeah,
and then we're back next
And
week.
we're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see the resolution of.
So not
this.
next week, but the week after.
Yeah.
But hey, you did get a fun little high seas one shot. We're gonna have Sentry back for it as well.
I've got
So,
The TwitchCon, yeah.
hey, do you want to pass that to me and I'll just barrel through them?
Yeah.
Actually, we got a bit of time. We can.
Yeah,
read
we've got-
that. You read out some, Trot.
Olo Rem, thank you for donating $10. I don't know if you wanted to dismiss them, Sid or me.
It's probably easier if you do it.
If you do it, then.
I will do it. Frank the NPC donated. Episode prediction. Giant ghost-powered mech battle. Hell yeah. I hope I'm not wrong. Let's go sloths.
Pretty good.
Yeah, kind of wrong.
That would be cool.
Kinfolk Yao donated. Hey guys, first time catching the stream and donating. Had a question for all of you. If you had to associate your character with a classical instrument, that's interesting, that you might play, what would it be? The same goes for Mark to his favorite NPCs.
I don't know anything about instruments. Don't ask me.
I'd be a chicken drumstick.
Sentry saxophone.
A theremin.
yeah, that's great.
That's
It was
not
like a
classical instrument.
It is
guitar. Yeah,
classic to me.
like a heavy metal
Like an
guitar.
like a heavy metal electric guitar.
It's not a classical
Right.
instrument, but
It's not classical.
probably
instrument,
like a
sorry.
Very
Flute or
Yingwei
something.
monster.
An electric.
your
double bass.
Lucius is a flute.
A tin, like a tin
Piccolo.
whistle.
No, he's not a tin whistle. He's like an
piccolo.
elegant, like
Piccolo.
like a piccolo.
But it pierces sometimes.
Yeah.
Or a drum thing, yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Like timpani. Dun, 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 dun,
At
dun.
the end of EastEnders.
Dun, dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun.
Tractor Lover donated.
Or
Hey Top, Muck, Tam, and Com. Been super busy with with stuff in life, so this is the first time watching live since before the siege of Talis Val.
damn.
Wow.
Only just managed to catch up on Friday. Can't think of a way to finish this thought, so take my money. Am big fan.
And big fan. Thanks, Tractor
you.
Lover.
There you go.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Kinfolk
Oh,
Jarl
we've
has
actually got
donated
some
again.
answers to this.
He gave his
Oh,
answer.
his answers, cool. Here are my answers to my instrument question previously. Lucius violin, Nova clarinet, Quill flute, Ayla percussion, nice, Eva bass drum or timpani, Sentry rip, cello, Aerois accordion, Arville acoustic guitar, and Valor piano.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just,
like that.
just anything that you can hit, basically.
Kinfolk Jarl has donated again and said, sorry to be taking up donation reading time from other people, but there's a character limit and I wanted to let you all know how much this all means to me. Thank you for being you and doing what you do. You are appreciated. Here's to many more years, rollers.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Well,
being you.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know what this break does give me though?
What?
Gives me a great time to try and source a fucking sweet mini for this woman you're about to
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't have a good mini and I was like, oh, this is gonna suck. I really want a good mini for her.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm also gonna build a cool little room for her.
Arena.
Is she
Sweet.
bigger than us as well?
Five.
For some reason in my
said-
head,
you
I
said
just had
like
this
5'8".
impression.
I might have her like floating or some shit.
I just had this impression that she was like
shit.
a
They said
giant for
5'7".
some reason.
5'7". She's like a
Yeah.
normal human woman. Anyway, carry on.
Sweet. No worries. Lightning Winged Dragon has donated and said, if Sentry had a job in the real world, she might be a dishwasher or a chef. All them warm plates. Although I would be worried about her wood rotting.
Oh,
I've been wondering
we
what
were
has
saying
happened.
that she was the dishwasher.
Been wondering what happened to Daddy's briefcase. Arcane turret go poo poo. Thank you very much. I've done that one.
Still got it.
Yeah, no idea where.
Carrying it around. Yeah, I'll read some.
Over to you.
Anacola, lovely sweet Anacola,
mate.
hello. Hey guys, excited to catch another stream before university starts up again tomorrow. Happy to see the entire group together. Me too. Merrick Silla donated a $250. Many thanks for being such a great dungeon master and an inspiration of creativity. Thanks for all the laughs. You all make my week so much better. Here's to you guys. Well, thank you very much. That's very kind. Daft Dave, 41, donated. I love this mark. Is he bluffing? Is he double bluffing? Are there traps? Are they working? It's a masterpiece of consequences. It's just fun to do because it means that then the players are like, oh, we can't
Triple
metagame
guessing
it.
ourselves, yeah.
Purple Guy donated idea. What if Quill knocks himself out, drinks something to sleep to get advice from Hesper? Anyways, love this campaign so far. Will the Aerois dice be back? No plans for the Aerois dice to come back. And no, it wouldn't work for Quill to knock himself out because it's not every time he sleeps.
Yeah.
It's when Hesper
It's
has
better off just falling asleep normally rather than knocking myself out.
Lookless donated. It's Lookless again. No, Lookless died in a campaign my DM ran. Then I played a Tiefling, Demon Child, but it ended. Love the new campaign. I said, holy shit, at Starbane's reveal. I felt the RP on the beach. P.S. Mark, you're an innkeeper in a campaign I DM. Well, thank you very much.
Wow.
Nice.
Thank you very much. Enjoy.
Nightjar has donated saying, TwitchCon, D&D Live, YogCon, and Ayla as a character in Idle Champions. So happy for you guys. Heart. Thank you very much. Yeah. Awesome stuff's happening. Azul Aura has said, bets have been passed over to the amazing Woody this week. So instead, in order to settle the discussion in chat, I must ask, what is the best cereal?
Cocoa Pops.
That was quick. I like
Nesquik.
Frosties.
No, it's Cocoa Pops.
Cinnamon Graham's.
Oh,
That's a good one.
it's Frosted Wheats. Frosted Wheats is the best.
No, I mean, I take it back. Cocoa Pops isn't best. It's Cinnamon Graham.
Cinnamon Graham.
That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, they are.
Weirdos that like cinnamon.
Cinnamon is just awful. Anyway, we've got two huge donations. So Absurdity Matrix has donated $100, and then he's donated another $100.
Wow.
So 2 messages. Finally caught up to watching live. Enjoy TwitchCon, and I can't wait to see Elspeth join the table.
Aww.
And hi again. My episode prediction underestimated the scope of Mark's dungeon. GG, our fine DM. GG.
Aw.
Thank you very much.
Meta Manu has donated saying, hey guys, I love a good old dungeon with traps and puzzles once in a while. Away from political intrigues and schemes. So good and deadly. Please don't die, Quill. I'll let you.
That's
Very
my
close.
thought as well. Like, we've had quite a lot of like big heroic, like, oh, loads of shit and Brookstones and blah blah. You know what? Just have a dungeon. Just like there's no scheming. It's just traps
Just
and
a
monsters
dungeon.
Yeah.
A baddie.
and a bang at the end.
Das Dank. Here's to Mark's amazing world building, storytelling, and DMing skill. It's clear he pours his heart and soul into telling a great story. Also, he's lucky to have such great engaged players.
I am. I'm very lucky to have such great engagement
What?
players.
Huh? If you're ever in Denmark,
One of them tests my patience.
if you're ever in Denmark, drop by for a one shot and a beer. So there we go.
Noted.
Denmark.
Noted.
Das Dank.
Das Dank.
Das Dank. Azul Aura again. Also, heart for Mark for throwing in a character using they/them pronouns. Highly appreciate it.
Makes the world normal.
Don't worry about slipping up. Just keep on trying to get it right.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's awesome of you to put it in. Yeah, I kept slipping up. I'm dumb. Ace of Thorns. Too drained right now to think of something witty, so just take my $5 and a bunch of hugs.
Thanks,
Very
Ace.
much. I'll do one more. Woody, but overwhelmed. We had 0 daddies this week and 73 people who bet. 11 were correct. As Azul Aura didn't feel up to continuing the daddy bets, I've taken up the role.
Nice.
Thanks to chat for being gentle for my first time. Writing names in WordPad isn't the way to do it. There's probably a much better way. While I'm on Woody as well, I've got 2 things. 1, you get mind controlled so easily in XCOM, it's insane.
Shut up.
2, Woody did a piano cover of the Aerois theme, and it sounds incredible. And they added some extra bits as well. It's very, very good. I will
Nice.
send it
Thanks,
across.
Woody.
Send it to me on Twitter.
Yes.
Thanks,
Yeah,
pal.
we can't put that in the fan art video, unfortunately, because it's kind of difficult to do.
Yeah.
But it's still appreciated very much.
We'll share it.
As long
We'll,
as
we'll
it's
do a
tempo
retweet or
based.
something.
It's very good.
We want to appreciate any cool stuff. Carry on, Kim.
Varys has donated, but no message as usual. And Woody, but lightheaded, donated. That ending. I don't think I took a breath throughout that whole reaction, and now I feel weird. At least it's not only Nova who's dead now. Thanks. Hi Zombies has donated. Oh my god, Rhiannon is the best. Love how you get super excited about everything. You guys are all great. Also, shout out to chat. You're all especially lovely peeps like Nightjar, Azul Aura, and Woody, as well as everyone who clips stuff. Yeah, I like the clips.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, Kim loves those clips. Always tweeting them clips. Right.
Yeah.
Are we all good? Are we all
love
caught up?
So before we go, another shout out to our one-time sponsor this week, Brian
Yes.
McClellan. Please go and download his book because it's great.
Yeah, and if you, like I said, you use that code, you get it
Yeah.
for $3.
$3.
What
There
you
you
go
Direct
go.
from his
three,
website.
Yeah.
High
Do us a
rollers.
favor.
High Rollers DNDE. If you go to the link, it takes you to the page and it explains the codes at the top as well.
It's on Twitter.
Yeah, it's all on Twitter.
Do yourself a favor because Brian is a great author.
Yeah, and check out the Powder Mage trilogy as well. Like obviously, Uncanny Collateral is the new book. We
Yeah,
want to promote
Powder
that.
Mage is great.
But also go read Powder Mage because it's really good.
Yeah.
It's real fun.
You get some great ideas for campaigns.
That's
Yeah.
really good.
And also on the High Rollers D&D channel this Thursday, 7 p.m., you will see me and Katie playing Idle Champions as we unlock her brand new character. Ayla is inside Idle Champions, and it's very cool.
My
Super
character's
cool.
in a video game, and that's kind of
And
awesome.
we're going to play it, and you're going to join us, whether you like it or not.
7 p.m. on our channel on Thursday.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you. Most of us will see you at TwitchCon.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back next week to finish off this little dungeon. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.